Hare Krishna, dear devotees, welcome for the discussion on Nectar of Instruction under this Sastra study marathon. So I'd like to welcome all of you. So after a break, Saturday and Sunday, we took 1 day break. So today we are continuing on verse 4. So anyway, my gratitude to each and every one of you for joining the class today. Today is 27th January 2025, Monday. So on this auspicious day, we're going to continue on this Nectar of Instruction on the loving relationship between devotees. All right. So before we do that, let's do our invocation prayer. Then after that, we offer our gratitude to Rupa Goswami and all the 6 Goswamis of Vrindavan. Then we start our session. Om Ajnanatirmirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Sri Guruve Namaha Sri Chaitanya Manobhistam Stapidam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Dadati Sva Parantikam Vandeham Sri Guru Sri Yuta Padakamlam Sri Gurun Vaishnavam Sha Sri Rupam Sagar Jadam Shahagana Raghunathan Vidam Tam Sajivam Satvaitam Savaduta Parijana Saitam Sri Krishna Chaitanya Devam Sri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Sri Vishakan Vidamscha Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prashtaya Bhutale Srimadi Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Pashatya Deshatarine Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prashtaya Bhutale Srimadi Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Namine Shri Varshabhanavi Devidayitaye Kripabdaye Krishna Sambandha Viknanadaine Prabhave Namaha Madhuryojala Premadya Shri Rupanuga Bhaktida Shri Gaura Karuna Shakti Vigrahaya Namastute Namaste Gauravani Shri Murtaye Rinatarine Rupanuga Viruddha Pasidanta Dvanta Harine Namo Gaura Kishoraya Sakshat Vairagya Murtaye Vipralambara Sambodhe Padambu Jayate Namaha Namo Bhakti Vinodaya Sachidanandanamine Gaura Shakti Swarupaya Rupanuga Varayate Gaura Virbhava Bhumestvam Nidasa Sajjana Priya Vaishnava Sarvabhauma Sri Jagannatha Te Namaha Vancha Kalpatarubhescha Kripa Sindhubheva Patitanam Pavinebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Om Mahavadanyaya Krishna Prema Pradayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namne Garatuse Namaha Panchatattvatmakam Krishnam Bhakta Rupa Swarupakam Bhaktavadaram Bhaktakyam Namami Bhakta Shaktikam Hey Krishna Karuna Sindhodina Bandho Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namastute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanusute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shiva Shri Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. So we're going to do Sat Goswami Astakam, the one that I shared in the group. Krishno Kirtana Gananartana Para Prema Mritambo Nidhi Dhira Dhira Jana Priyao Priyakaro Nirmat Sarao Pujitao Sri Chaitanya Kripa Barao Bhuvi Bhuvao Bhava Antarakau Vande Rupa Sanatana Raghuyugau Sri Jiva Gopalakau Nana Sastra Vicharanaika Nipunau Sat Dharma Samstapakau Lokanam Hitakarinau Tribhuvane Manyau Sharanyakarau Radha Krishna Padarana Bhajanandena Mattalikau Vande Rupa Sanatana Raghuyugau Sri Jiva Gopalakau. Somebody is not muted. Please mute yourself. Tyaktva Turnam Ashesha Mandala Pati Shrenim Sada Tuchavat Bhutva Dina Ganesha Kau Karunaya Kaupina Kanta Shritau Gopi Bhavarasarati Rasamritapti Lahari Kallola Maknau Muhur Vande Rupa Sanatana Raghuyugau Sri Jiva Gopalakau Kujat Kokila Hansa Sarasa Ganakirne Mayura Kule Nana Ratna Nibatta Mula Vitapa Sri Yukta Vrindavane Radha Krishnam Aharnisham Prabhajatau Jivartadau Yaumuda Vande Rupa Sanatana Raghuyugau Sri Jiva Gopalakau Sankhya Purvaka Nama Gani Gananatibi Kala Vasani Kritau Nidrahara Vihara Kadi Vijitau Chatyan Tadinau Chayau Radha Krishna Guna Smritir Madhura Manandena Sammohitau Vande Rupa Sanatana Raghuyugau Sri Jiva Gopalakau Radha Kunde Tate Kalinda Tanaya Tire Chavangsivate Premon Mada Vasat Ashesha Dasaya Grastau Pramatau Sada Gayantau Chakada Harir Guna Varam Bhava Vibhuttau Muda Vande Rupa Sanatana Raghuyugau Sri Jiva Gopalakau Sri Radha Braja Devika Cha Lalite Nanda Suno Puta Sri Govardhana Kalpa Padapo Tale Kalindi Vane Kuta Gostantav iti sarvato Vrajapure Keder Mahavivalau Vande Rupa Sanatana Raghuyugau Sri Jiva Gopalakau. So today we're going to read the translation number 5. I offer my respectful obeisances unto 6 Goswamis, namely Sri Rupa Goswami, Sri Sanatan Goswami, Sri Raghunath Bhatta Goswami, Sri Raghunath Das Goswami, Sri Jiva Goswami, and Sri Gopala Bhatta Goswami, who are always engaged in worshipping Radha Krishna in the transcendental land of Vrindavan, where there are beautiful trees full of fruits and flowers, which have under their roots all valuable jewels. The Goswamis are perfectly competent to bestow upon the living entities the greatest boon of goal of life. I think we have read that on Saturday, I think. Okay. Yes, I think we read that. Now we read number 6. I offer my respectful obeisances unto 6 Goswamis, namely Sri Rupa Goswami, Sri Sanatan Goswami, Sri Raghunath Bhatta Goswami, Sri Raghunath Das Goswami, Sri Jiva Goswami, and Sri Gopala Bhatta Goswami, who are engaged in chanting the holy name of the Lord and bowing down in a scheduled measurement. In this way, they utilize their valuable lives and in executing these devotional activities. They conquered over eating and sleeping and were always meek and humble and chanted by remembering the transcendental qualities of the Lord. Very good. So, today we're going to today we're going to do chapter 5, and that day I shared what they call a summary. All right. So now in Sri Upadeshamrita or Nectar of Instruction, the first 7 verses, all right, is called Vaidhi Sadhana Bhakti. Sadhana means service. Vaidhi means how we can become perfect in this bhakti. Vaidhi Sadhana Bhakti. Then chapter 8 we call Raga Nuga Sadhana Bhakti. That means spontaneous love. Okay, that means we are upgrading ourselves into that loving mode. And 9, 10, 11 Bhava Bhakti or Prema Bhakti, which is the most ultimate goal of every human being. All right. So I believe once we are over with this nectar of instruction, your perception of life, your perceptions towards bhakti will change. All right. Like for instance, because this I'm talking from my own transformation. I've been here for the last 3 decades with Hare Krishna movement. And I didn't realize, all this while I was just thinking that, whatever things, even though I've gone through this book, but I really never studied this book. Okay. That's why I've been so inspired. Right? Like currently I'm doing this Bhakti Sastri with Bhakti Vidya Mahalaya, North America. Okay. I've joined that American team and I'm doing that classes. And I start to realize, how important the instructions, especially from Nectar of Instruction, right? So when we want to accept anything, right, we need to accept a spiritual master. And what is the job of a spiritual master? We have studied it in Bhagavad Gita, right? So approach a spiritual master, inquire from him submissively, serve him. By being pleased with you, he will impart the knowledge unto you. All right. And similarly, Arjuna surrendered to Krishna. All right. He said that my mind is dwelling and I'm feeling so lost. So therefore, I surrender unto you, Krishna, as your Sishya, as your disciple. So I would like to surrender to you as your disciple. Please instruct me. So what we can understand from here, the job of a guru is to give instruction. Okay. The job of a spiritual master is simply giving instruction. The spiritual master doesn't give you suggestion. Okay, he is the one who don't give suggestion or he don't give opinion. Okay, so the job of the real duty of a spiritual master is to give us instruction in every aspect of our life. Okay, so therefore, among all that instruction, so the one that we are studying today is the nectar of all instruction, nectar. So that means when we simply follow or utilize, or at least we can't follow, but at least meditate on it, you eventually will come into that meditation. All right. For instance, first say like I'm not a very good student in my class, okay, and I'm seeing all the other students are doing well, but the teachers are keep telling, it's good to be topper, it's good to strike all A's, straight A's, it is good, your life will be better, then after that you come back home, your mother and father, we call them nagging. We say, oh, it'll be nice if you can get all straight A's, you can choose the subject or studies that you want. So when you go on listening, see, of course, at first we don't listen. Then second time, we may like contemplate. And third time, we start to meditate. All right. When we start to meditate on that subject, eventually we will start to practice it. All right. So like some of the devotees, I've met or they have shared with me personally. They say, Prabhu, I don't think so I can follow this. I don't think so. It all looks good, but I am not in the position. I said, are you denying it or you are struggling with it? That's the question I asked. Are you denying it? Are you denying that all this instruction is wrong? Are you denying all this instruction is primitive? All right. Or are you denying that all this instruction going to bring you back to the olden ways, right? That means we are not progressing and we are becoming more and more dull-headed. We are already evolved into electric car. Now you're telling go back to bicycle or trishaw. All right, we are going back. All right, we are going move towards backward. So what are you thinking? Are you denying it or are you struggling with that instruction? He said, no, I don't deny that instruction. They said, I mean, most of it they said, I don't deny the instruction because I know the instruction is good, but I don't think so I can practice it. Okay, then I asked, so you don't want to practice or you think you cannot practice? Then they said, well, not to say I don't want to practice, but I think it's a struggle for me to practice. Then I said, it's okay. It's okay to struggle. Okay, it's okay to struggle. It's okay to take your baby step. We are not asking you to take a leap. We are asking you to take a baby step. But first of all, you must understand the subject. Then after that, gradually, when you start to meditate on it, even you can't do it. All right. It reminds me about a story. Okay, this is I'm going to refer to a story which is from World War II. Okay, World War. This is nothing to do with devotional, but the practicality it is. For that sake, I'm just sharing. There's one guy, American soldier, were caught. I don't know by Japanese or I think Japanese is the most brutal. All right, they POW, prisoner of war. They brutally treat them. I think it's Japanese. I'm not sure whether Japanese or maybe German or whoever it is. So he was a POW. When he was there, they tortured him because he was such a high rank officer and they want to dig a story from him. They just tortured him to maximum. All right, they're not giving. And all those people who go through that kind of torture eventually will die. They cannot last. All right. So eventually after the German or whatever, Japan, they surrendered. He was liberated. All right, he was liberated. And they asked him, what did you do? How did you survive that kind of environment, which no normal human being can survive, right? Then he said, every day, every single day I meditate. I just close my eyes and I just, what they call, I just imagine I'm playing golf, okay? I'm just imagining myself playing golf. Every day I'm hitting like the tee off, palm, you hit. And the thing goes in hole in one sometimes. Sometimes it goes into that, it goes fall in the green and sometimes fall in the lake. I always meditate how I'm going to hit it. For the next 3 or 4 years, he was simply meditating on playing golf. even though externally he went through so much of suffering. All right, externally he went through so much of suffering, but when he took his mind away, thinking about golf, he survived that POW, prisoner of war, right? The imprisonment, the very uncomfortable prison, he survived. Then what happened? After he survived, he came back to America. Then after he regained some composure, start to build up his body health and everything. Then he went to play golf. To everyone's amazement, he played golf, which is beyond, he played golf like a pro. He could hit the ball into hole in one. When the ball falls into the lake, he could just know how to hit the ball, as though he got a magic touch, as though the ball is listening to his instruction. He's telling, now I'm going to hit you, and I want to make sure that you fly and fall into the green, which is around 2 yards away from the hole. It was such a miracle. But of course, he didn't play professionally. But this is real life story. I'm talking about real life story. And after that, he wrote a book, how he survived that prison. All right. So similarly, of course, that is mundane, mundane. But now let's look at our how are we going to? So if you go on meditating, of course, this is the rules. I know I am doing sadhana now. I'm doing practicing devotional service, but I want to go to the level of Vaidhi sadhana. Vaidhi sadhana means I want to improve my sadhana. All right. So what is the first thing that I need to, when I want to improve my sadhana, when I want to come to the perfect stage of sadhana, I need to practice vacho vegam, manasa krodha vegam. I need to be able to control my speech, control my urge, control my mind, control my anger, control my urge of the belly, urge of the stomach, then all these 6 urges I need to tolerate. Why I need to tolerate? If I could tolerate all these 6 urges, I will achieve perfect stage, until to the level I can be a spiritual master and I can initiate the whole world. Of course, that's not our goal, but that is that standard you can come up to. Sarvam apimam prithivim sa shishyat. That means is qualified to make disciples all over the world. So that means the perfection, the perfect stage, if you perfect bhakti. So this is the simple 6 things you can do. All right. But of course, if you struggle, you just meditate upon it. Then after that, okay, so if I want to do that, okay, I really want to do that. Sometimes we may have greed, right? We may have a strong desire. We may have a strong aspiration because we are inspired. When we aspire, we go out of inspiration. All right. After we are inspired, we aspire to that inspiration. I want to go into that. So when you aspire to inspire, you must perspire. You must work for it. You must attempt for it. All right. But many people think that bhakti means you sit in one place and start to, no, you have to work for it. You have to have a strong desire. You have to set your goals. Yes, I want to go to that level of perfection. All right. So in order for you to achieve that first visit, then what is the second instruction? The don'ts. The don'ts that you should try to avoid is atyahara prayascha. Atyahara, over endeavoring. All right. Atyahara means eating more than necessary and collecting more than necessary. Then prayas means over endeavoring for mundane things. Okay. Number 3, talking unnecessarily. Number 4, practicing the scripture just for the sake of it or rejecting the scripture. Number 5, associating with karmis, worldly minded people who are going to spoil your life. In fact, what's her name? So I forgot. She asked a question in the group, right? She's from Chennai, India. She asked, so how am I supposed to avoid these kind of devotees? So as I said, we are not avoiding, we have to associate. Of course, when we are in a community, we have to live in that community. But the thing is, you don't stick with the community. You don't join that association of the community. You don't join them and have fun and all these things. You are officially, that means, in other words, when you are, say you go for a wedding, you just go there and be very enthusiastic in practicing, be very enthusiastic. Oh, yes, hi, my family, hi, relative, how are you? Are you okay? Your children okay? Everything okay? Okay, that's it. You don't join them. You don't join their club. You don't be with them. You ask, then they ask you, when you become close, the first question, what they ask? First thing they ask you, hey, how are you? When you first meet someone, they say, hey, how are you? Are you okay? Yeah, you good. You look good. You look fantastic. Yeah, I'm fine. I'm fine. Everything's good. Okay, by God's grace, everything's good. I hope you're okay. All right. Then just move on. But after they say, if you continue, yes, I'm okay, I'm fine. How about you? How's your children? How's your this thing? When you start to go detail, then they ask you a question. What are you doing? Oh, I'm involved in this. I see something on your head. Are you with Hare Krishna movement? Yes. Why, Why? You know, they're asking you to become a primitive. They ask you to go back to village. When everybody start to grow, they ask you to go to the village. They ask you to leave this. And you know what? God is, everything is God, you know. Everything is God. You and I also God. But why you only take Krishna as God? See, when you start to closely associate, they will start to talk with this guy. If you can defeat them, or you can give them the right thing, it's okay. But if you cannot, just avoid it. You know, they say, see, all this our parampara, our time immemorial, our grandfather, everybody followed the same thing. If it's wrong, it should have been changed many years ago, maybe 3-4 generations before. Why suddenly now? Huh? Maybe someone who got some kind of interior motive, they will try to brainwash you. All these kind of things will happen. So we need to avoid them, right? Then so this is and of course, number 6, being greedy for mundane achievement. Okay, now the same thing we're going to apply in spirituality on the opposite side, right? We have to endeavor to practice Vaidhi Sadhana Bhakti. And we must have the greed. We must have the greed that I want to achieve that perfection. And how are you going to achieve it in mundane world? In a normal way, what we're going to do? We always talk about writing your goal, setting your goal, writing on a piece of paper, sticking around your house. So what I suggest, why not we do the same thing? All right? Why not we do the same thing? No, it's no harm doing the same thing, you know. So that is how that what they call? That is how we should practice. So nothing. Say, like, for instance, now I show you, let me show you my room. See what I've stuck in my room. I mean, what I've stick on my wall. Just give me a second. Okay, I hope you can see. Oh, I've off the camera. Okay, so this is my study room. If you see, so this is my study room. Okay, this is the thing. Okay, so I've set all these things here. It's not clear. None. Okay. Okay. So I've stick this, write some verses here. And if you see that, I hope you can see this one over here. So not clear. Okay, so I've written there. Okay, if you can't see, I written there. It took me 8.4 million lifetime to do what I'm doing now. It took me 8.4 million lifetime to do what I'm doing now. Therefore, I follow this amount of round japa daily, follow 4 regulating principles strictly, study and master Sastras religiously. So like that, all these things, in all spiritual affair, one's first duty is control his mind, senses. So like that, I have already set up all these kind of things. So since we are practicing the same thing, so therefore you also can set your okay. Okay. So what I'm saying is, so we can do the same thing, all right? So now I know. Okay, am I audible?
Yes, Prabhu, you're audible.
Okay. All right. So why not we set the same thing? We set the same goal. We set the same goal, and so we have to have this kind of laulium, or what we're going to do. Whether we can practice it or not, that's only a secondary. All right. So now that now the thing is, we set our goal. Okay. Of course, now we may struggle or think that I can do or cannot do. Okay, that's only secondary. But you set your goal, you set your mind, you write it down in a piece of paper. All right, you put it in your pocket and make sure that you always remember this. That I would like to practice this Vaidhi Sadhana Bhakti in a perfect way. Because you know why? Even when you're going to practice Vaidhi Sadhana Bhakti, all right, when we're going to follow all this instruction, you are not only going to be successful in your spiritual life, but you're also going to be successful in all your other part of your life, including your business life. You know, think if you're a business person, or if you think that you are a housewife, you can be a and if you think that you're going to be a what they call if you are working or whatever it is, it's going to be amazing result. All right. So that's the thing. So in chapter 3, also, I mean, text 3, we also studied about the 6 principles which is favorable. Number 1 is being very enthusiastic. So we have to be very enthusiastic. We have to meditate. Even though, you know, sometimes there's a terms in English they used to say, right? You fake it until you make it. You fake it yourself. It's okay. You fake it. I'm doing this. I'm so happy that, you know, I'm controlling my senses. I'm so happy that I'm very powerful. I'm so powerful enough that I can practice the sadhana bhakti, you know. Then number 2 is endeavoring with confidence. Be confident in every attempt you take. Even that attempt always comes to failure. When it goes to fail, again, believe in that process. All right. But the thing is, we understand, like what they call Thomas Edison, right? He created 999 bulbs. All right. Then the 1,000 bulb, he made it. People ask, why? He said, I learned 999 ways of not making a bulb. All right. So that was his inspiration. So like what we can inspire is, so that means we always must go on. All right. Like there's a saying, right? I think it's Einstein said that doing the same thing again and again, let me repeat, doing the same thing again and again and expecting a different result is insanity. It is madness. You do the same thing, expecting something else to happen. How can that be? Doing the same thing over again, expecting a different result is called insanity. So that means when we practice this, when I start to realize, why am I not progressing? Is there any changes I should do? Is there anything? But how to find out? That's why I'm telling you, make a journal. Make a journal every day. Create a journal. Write down what happened to you on that day, right? Like yesterday, I made a very bad mistake, right? So what happened? My daughter made this steamboat and all these things with such a sour tom yum soup and some mushrooms and all these things. I know I shouldn't take these at night. You know, I know I shouldn't take these. But despite they said, no lah, come lah. But I said by 6, 7 o'clock, we must finish our dinner. But yet she did it and she offered to Krishna and she said, made it to Prashadam and I said, okay. But after eating it, today I can't even wake up. I can't even wake up from Mangalarti. You know, I feel sick. I feel my tongue and my mouth all numb. So what I did, so that means I wrote down in the book. So when there is another opportunity that comes, I will start to remember the suffering or the losses I'm going to achieve the next day. You know, so I wrote down in my edition, okay, next time I'm not going to touch this, especially at night. So I told my daughter, if you want to do this, make sure in the afternoon, nothing at night. We are not going to eat all this kind of steamboat at night, where I burn my tongue, I burn everything. I feel my tongue all so distinct. So like that. So how are you going to cover it? How are you going to find out? You know, where are you? Is there, because you're doing the same thing, don't see the result. Then you have to change your strategy and how to go about it. You take in a book and you write down, oh, this is where I change the strategy. All right. Then being patient. Okay, don't expect the result to happen overnight. Just like a girl who get married by surrendering and after that surrender to the husband, she cannot be pregnant and deliver the next day. Right? We have studied that in our purport. Then after that also we heard about follow the rules and regulations such as Shravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu. That means by hearing, chanting. All right. And after that, number 5, abandoning the association of non-devotee. Okay, I've already explained to you just now. The association of non-devotee sometimes can divert you out. You know, like my friend saying, you know, hey, I'm coming for Chinese New Year. Make sure we meet up. I said no. You want to meet me in the afternoon, or we meet up. We eat dinner. Nothing at night. All right. They said, no lah, we go at night because I know for God with them finish until 1, 2 o'clock, I cannot come back home. You know, because they got a lot of story to tell. You know, so like that. So better to avoid them. The next day you'll be sick and tired. And you're going to miss a wonderful day by waking up late. It's not worth it actually, all right? And of course, then following the footsteps of the previous Acharya. So what are the footsteps of previous Acharya? How they did and everything, we just need to follow. So in other words, what we say is, we do not reinvent the wheel. Okay, we do not reinvent the wheel. The wheel is already round. We don't need to reinvent it again, right? It's just we follow the footsteps of previous Acharya. So by doing that, so that means by faking it, you can make it. So don't worry. Don't go into distress. Oh, I cannot practice this. It's okay. Get to know first. Okay. So you can't do it. It's okay. You get to know first. Number two, meditate on it. What you should meditate? Well, I need to follow this. But your mind will tell you, hey, it's not going to be very comfortable. But you meditate on the benefit that behind. What is the benefit? That you can go back home, back to Godhead. You know, your mind going to trick you. But of course, but if you can just tolerate that, all right, you can achieve the highest perfection. Going back to the eternity, that you're not going to be born here again in this miserable place called Dukkalayam Asasvatam, the place of suffering and misery. So like that, we check and balance. So you write down your goals, write down what you want to achieve. All right, for instance, now we are talking about this many principles, instructions here. Just try to take one first. All right. So what are the things that I have decided to change initially is vacho vegam, the control, the urge of the speak. Because I start to realize, even in the temple, even among the devotees and everything, whenever I become excited and I cannot stop talking, I get into trouble. All right. Bhagavad Gita says the austerity of the speech. Anyone can remember that? I forgot the verse. My favorite is the austerity of the speech. What is the austerity of the speech? Speak the truth. First thing, the truth that you speak must be beneficial. Okay, first speak the truth. Number two, the truth that you're going to speak must be beneficial, must be benefit others. All right. Number three, ensure the truth do not agitate. If I tell the truth, all right, say like Rajina Mataji is here, I just say something, I say the truth and Rajina Mataji become very agitated. All right. If the thing going to agitate, don't even speak the truth. So when you don't want to speak the truth means you do not talk at all. You don't create that environment or the conversation. So you do vacho vegam, control the urge of the speech. All right. So if I were to distinguish, so sometimes I say, oh, let me like if you see like sometimes when you see people outside, they say, I need to speak the truth. You know, I know he did that. And do you know what? She did that. So I am speaking the truth. That truth agitates Rajina, and Rajina becomes very upset. She becomes very despondent. And after that, she starts to give up and she may not come to temple anymore. She don't even want to look at my face. All right. That is the effect. But the real effect is I spoke the truth. So like that. So I need to speak the truth. So the truth must be beneficial and the truth must be not agitating. And if the truth agitates, don't even speak it. Don't even speak about it. All right. So like that, you control the urge of the speech. In Bhagavad Gita, very nicely Krishna explains, right? So similarly, so set your first goal now. Okay, what I'm going to do first. All right, go for it. All right. And says like sometimes when you set your goal, say like in a normal life, right? Say like I used to train these insurance agents. So the insurance agent, when I used to train them, I used to tell them, no, why not go to the highest achievement, MDRT, $1 million round table. All right. They say, oh, MDRT, so what's the big point? Okay, you're going to earn around 6-figure income. You know, you're going to have a lifestyle. You're going to go to Boston. You know, this company will send you to America. You're going to have a different jacket, you know, coat. Your name card will look different, you know, like that. So then after that, I need to reinforce further. You know, when you achieve MDRT, you can drive your dream car. At least you can drive your Mercedes Benz. Oh, if you do that, you can achieve this. You can do that. So I have to go on convince again and again and again. So in order to convince them, they have to come to my class again and again and again and again, my training. Similarly, once you have think about it, I want to go back to Godhead and I need to follow the rules and regulations. But the problem is I can't do it now. So what do you need to do? What is the wise thing to do? Come and attend the class again and again and again and again and again. So somehow or other you hammer until it hammer up to the core. It break that core. Once the core is broken, the thing that has been holding you is broke into pieces, and that's when you start to shine. So the secret is consistent class, consistent reading, and consistently experiencing the chanting of the holy name. So everything has to be gone in. So you listen to the class, it purifies your mind. You read, you purifies your intelligence. You chant, you purifies your intelligence. So everything within your subtle body need to be cleared. Once the thing bombard, at one moment you wake up, that's it. You start to think, naturally you could follow that. Naturally you can start to chant Hare Krishna. Everything will start to fall into places naturally. In order for it to come to naturally, you have to bombard. So that's going to be the topic of the day today. All right. The Srila Prabhupada's purport is amazing purport. All right. So with that meditation, let's start our nectar of instruction. Okay. We have already 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay. So now we're going to talk about 4. Okay. First thing what we have read is, okay, sober person can tolerate. Who can tolerate? He can be a good devotee. And how to do it? Number 1, and devotional service can be spoiled over the 6 things. And number 3, the 6 things favorable. All right. That is, we have practiced. And number 4 now, what we're going to say is how going to be our relation, how we should have a relationship with the devotee. You know, because devotee association is very important. You know, sometimes when you want to achieve success, even in your business life or whatever, you have to have association of a businessman, because the bird of same feather flock together. You know, if you're not there, you have to develop that desire. When you are in that association, somehow or other you talk about it, you think about it, you sleep with it, you drink with it, you eat with it. That means the thing becomes, somehow or other, it will sit into your subconscious mind. All right. So now, how are we going? What kind of relationship? So now, after knowing this, now I need to know the devotees. How I should have a loving relationship. How should I associate with devotees? All right. How should I associate with devotees? That is the thing. So the verse is dadati pratigrinnati. All right. When you see the R at the dot, there's a dot at the bottom. We're going to pronounce as rrr, like vroom, rrr, rrr. So that's a sound. And that's a unique sound only in Sanskrit. All right. In any other languages like Tamil, Hindi, or whatever, Telugu, Malayalam, you don't have the word rrr. All right. So how the Tamil they pronounce rrr. So it sounds RU. And even Telugu, even Malayalam. All right. It sounds RU. That's why when you see the spelling, I've told by even the Telugu and Malayalam and all this. All right. They say that how are you going to pronounce? How are we going to pronounce R with a dot at the bottom? Ru. So that's why in Tamil, when the writing they write Ki Ru Ishna. Ki Ru Ishna. So the so the sounds like RU. All right. So this is the very unique sound that only available in Sanskrit. Then this N. N means what? Roll your tongue, put it on your palate. Na, na, na. So, na, the sound comes from your something like nose, all right? So, dadati pragrinnati, guhyam akyati prchati, bhungte bojayate chaiva, shat vedang priti lakshanam. So now, when you see the word O and E, we pull the raga, right? Bhungte, so no need to put any dash. Understood? E means you just tare. Then bo jayate bo, bho. O means also you tare. All right. So dadati pratikgrannati guhyam akyati prchati bhungte bo jayate chaiva satvidang priti lakshanam dadati pratikgrannati guhyamakyati prchati bhungte bojayate chaiva satvidang priti lakshanam. So now let's look at the word by word. Dadati. Dadati means gives charity. Pratikgrannati, accepts in return. When they give you, accept it. Guhyam, confidential topic. Guhyam. We have also read that in Bhagavad Gita, right? Raja Guhyam, Raja Vidya, Raja Guhyam. The king of knowledge and the secret of all secret. Guhyam, Raja Guhyam. So Guhyam means confidential or secret. Kyati, explain. Pritchati, inquires. Bhungte, eats. Bojayate, feeds. Cha, also. Eva, certainly. Sat vidam, six kind. Sat means six. All right, six kind. Preeti, of love. Priyam. Okay. Lakshanam, symptoms. Okay. Now let's look at the translation. Number one, offering gift in charity, accepting charitable gifts, revealing one's mind in confidence, inquiring confidentially, accepting prasadam, offering prasadam are the six symptoms of love shared by one devotee and another. Okay, so what are the six symptoms? Okay, let's look at Prabhupada's purport. This is the verse in this verse, Srila Rupa Goswami explained how to perform devotional activities. All right. So now all this while we are always talking about perform devotional activities associated with devotees, like that. So now here explains how to perform devotional activities in the association with other devotees. Okay. How we should perform our devotional activities, how to do it in the association of devotees. Number one. So therefore, Srila Rupa Goswami says there are six kind of activities. Number one is, all right, giving charity to the devotees, okay, or giving donation, charity, or gift, all right. Number two, accepting from devotees whatever they may offer in return, okay. Sometimes we say we give, hey, no, they don't want back, right? It's not that way. So whatever they offer, we simply accept. Number three, opening one's mind to the devotees, all right. Whenever we have struggle, whenever we have some kind of mistake, we have to have a mentor and we reveal our mind. All right. So reveal our mind. Now you'll be wondering. So that means any devotees, I can go and tell them my secret. We'll discuss that in next verse on this. Okay. 5, we're going to discuss on that. What kind of devotees? All right. So number 3. So opening one's mind with devotee. Okay. Because you must understand devotees are your well-wisher. Example, when I was last time in the temple, I usually not so happy with other devotees, So I was not happy with other devotees. Sometimes, they'll be like, you are, what they call, you hear some story, you get this thing, I want to avoid this devotee, devotee is so terrible. I don't want to associate any devotee. I want to stand as what they call, I want to practice myself. There's so many devotees are in that thought. Okay, I go to temple, there'll be politics, there'll be this, there'll be that. So I rather stay at home and practice my sadhana. Okay, I stay at home, practice my sadhana. That's a very dangerous thing to do. If any of you have that kind of thought, please change now at this very second itself. Because we are not an individual tree. Now, in Tamil, we call Tani Maram. Right? Imagine you are a only tree in an open area. The amount of risk that you are standing, when there'll be a strong wind, you have a high chance to be toppled. And if you are standing there, all the eyes of the people are on you. If you are a only tree standing in the field, that's all, the whole field, you are the only tree standing. You are exposed to all kind of danger. When the strong wind comes, it will hit you directly. The people will come. Oh, there's a tree there. We're going to cut. Person will go through so much of this danger. The danger of cutting down. Many people will be eyeing the tree. Many people want to climb on the tree. And all the things you have to go through the suffering by yourself. It's very dangerous to be a single tree in a field. All right. But what happens if you are a tree in the forest? You are a tree among the trees. All right. When you are a tree among the trees, so all the trees are somehow or other helping each other, supporting each other. Even though the strong typhoon comes, you will never be toppled. Because the first tree will hold the first strength. The second tree try to hold it, then it comes, and the wind will get filtered and filtered and filtered. Somehow or other, it reduces its capacity. Like in Ipoh, there's a place called Gunung Rapat. Okay, that place is the place which is very badly, what they call, if any one of you come into Ipoh, as you enter Ipoh, you can see a great eyesore. The mountains has been broken for quarry. For quarry purpose, they destroy the entire hills, because of the uncontrolled lust of this local authority and the businessmen, capitalists. Remember, we spoke about it, capitalists. But now they start to break that mountain, half of the mountain. And now that area, Gunarapat, is facing a terrible natural calamity. Because the hill is supposed to hold the wind, the free flow wind is supposed to hold it. But when there's no thing, the wind blows as it likes and blow off all the roof. Whenever there's a rain, that area stands a very high chance of flooding. All right, so like that. So, but when we stand among the trees, whenever how strong is that wind is, you are still protected. Even some trees are irritating trees. Some trees are eyesore tree, ugly trees. Some trees are not so good, and you don't, maybe you are a beautiful tree. In front of you, such an ugly tree. At the side is such a pesticides tree, the tree that attracts all the monkeys, and the monkey come there and jump into your tree and also terrorize you. So like that, it doesn't matter, So when we are all standing among the trees, we are safe compared to stand alone. So it's very important, all right? It's very important that this thing, because see, I got that realization when my wife, my son, and my daughter, 3 of them were down with COVID-19 during the pandemic. Okay, during the pandemic, and I don't know how to cook, right? And I've got a deity at home. But when the thing happened, who was my savior? The devotee. A devotee cooked for me and cooked everything, and she didn't even offer. And she gave to that Grab guy. The Grab came and supplied to my house. I took it out and offered it to Krishna. I asked only for one, maybe I just said, just lunch enough. But she was so merciful. She was so kind. She cooked and gave me for 2 meals. Even I can keep it for the next day morning breakfast. So much. And there's another devotee who said, oh, I got that. He had that pass to travel because that time is total lockdown. He said, I got the thing. Never mind, I'm going to pass it to him. He came all the way. I'm staying outskirts of Ipoh, right? I'm staying near the hills there. I'm outskirts of Ipoh. And the place is in Budo. So he traveled all the way to my house and put it there. And from up, they say, are you okay or not? So from the balcony, I'm talking to them. I'm okay, I'm fine, we are fine. Don't worry, Prabhu, we will pray for you. Can you imagine? This is what devotees is all about. So we must always remember, when we have the thought that we want to practice devotional service by myself, in this isolation, that's the most, that's a very wrong decision to make. All right. And number 4, inquiring from them about the confidential service of the Lord. Sometimes when we meet devotees, we can speak about some confidential part of bhakti. All right. And number 5 is honoring prasadam or spiritual food. So whenever we meet people, it's our custom. When people come, we just offer them prasadam. All right. Then after that, feeding the devotees with honoring prasadam, that means taking prasadam. Then after that, we feed the devotee. We have the feast to the sick. That's why in every Sunday, in every ISKCON temple, we are having this program, what they call, an opportunity for everyone to come forward to feed the devotees. If any one of you don't have any access to any temple, you can contact me. That every Sunday you can sponsor prasadam. All right, you can sponsor. I think the price is around 200 or 300 ringgit, if I'm not mistaken. When you just give us a donation of 200 or 300, I'm not sure. I'll find out. If any one of you interested, please do contact me. We will create that opportunity for you. 200 or 300, you just give us the donation. On Sunday, we will cook and we will serve all the devotees prasadam on your behalf. So that is the 6th thing, feeding the devotees with prasadam. Very, very important. All right. So an experienced devotee explains, and inexperienced devotee learn from him. Okay. When the senior devotee, experienced devotee explains, the inexperienced, the new neophyte devotees just listen. This is called guhyam akhyati prachati. When a devotee distributes prasadam, remnants of food offered to the Supreme Personality of Godhead, in order to maintain our spiritual devotional service, we must accept prasadam as Lord's grace. Right? So when the devotee is what they call, order to maintain our spiritual devotional service, we have to take prasadam. So what we have to do, we have to accept the prasadam. Whenever we get the prasadam, we must remember that God has graced upon you. The God has favored you, because the God can decide who the prasadam should go. This is the story that happened. All right, in Narada Purana. Anyway, dear devotees, is it okay we should by 11:30? Is that fine for everyone? Because it's a very interesting topic. Or if you want, we can just divide to 2. Is it 11:30 should be fine? I'll try to finish before that.
Divide into 2 also can, Prabhu. Very nice.
Huh?
Can also can. Divide into 2 also can.
Yeah, but if I can do it now, also can or not?
Can, no problem.
All right, okay. Okay, now that's a story. That's a story whereby, okay, thank you, Mataji. So whereby what happened? This Narada visited Kailash after from Vaikuntha. Narada Muni went to Vaikuntha Loka. Yeah, after that, from there, he came to visit Lord Shiva. And Narada Muni was in great ecstasy. He was so ecstasy, he was so excited. All right, he was so excited. And he was dancing jubilant. When Lord Shiva sees Narada, asks, why are you so happy? What is happening? And after that, Narada said, you know what, Lord Shiva? Rajaboga. Oh, say, come on, tell me what happened. What's wrong with you? I just came after visiting Lord Vishnu. I say, okay, then I had a what they call? I'm so lucky, I'm so fortunate to have his prashadam, Mahaprashadam. Oh, the prashadam, Lord Shiva, you will never believe. You start to praise the prashadam. After Lord Shiva listened to all this, then he asked, did you bring some for me? Then Narada got, well, I ate it all. He said, what? Then you didn't bring anything for me? Lord Shiva asked. He said, no. What are you talking? Is this the culture? You always call him Mahadev. You always call me Mahadeva, the supreme of all devas. You always praise me. And this is how you respect me? Okay, let's forget about that. Do you know when you come to someone's place, you cannot come empty-handed. You have to bring some gift. You forgot that also? Huh? Is that the way you do things? Do you know? Lord Shiva becoming angry. Try to get me something. I don't care. Then after that, then suddenly, no. Then you start to realize, Lord Shiva, I got a little remnant stuck on my nail. Give it to me, Lord Shiva says. And Narada Muni carefully took that small remnant of grain stuck to his nail, gave it to Lord Shiva. When Lord Shiva took, he started to dance the Tandava Natya. The Tandava Natya is the dance of destruction. When the entire pralaya is supposed to happen, when the entire destruction is supposed to happen, he will dance. When he dances, the whole universe starts to shake, everything will break. That's a destruction, dance of destruction, pralaya. When he starts dancing, the whole universe starts shaking. And after that, Mother Parvati, Durga, she rushed in. Say, hey, wait. Why are you dancing? What happened? It's not the time for pralaya. Why are you dancing? And oh, my dear wife, you'll never believe. I say, what happened? Narada came to visit me. Okay. And he forgot to bring me. And he had a very nice prashadam of Lord Vishnu. When he came, I was very angry because he didn't give me anything. Then after that, he realized he had a small morsel in his finger and he gave it to me. And that prashadam, my dear wife, you will never believe it. And Parvati says, how about for me? Do you have it for me? And he said, uh-oh. Narada only give me a little. What little? Even that little also you must keep half for me. Huh? What kind of husband are you? You always tell that you are, you see there's one deity of Shiva, Parvati and Shiva half, right? Half Parvati, half Shiva combined. You said you half and I half. Are you a hypocrite? Are you this? Are you that? She became very angry and she went into meditation. When Mother Parvati goes into meditation, it's a big trouble. We can study that in Srimad Bhagavatam in the story of Dakshayani. All right? The daughter of Daksha. What happened? When she go into meditation, finish. It's going to be a big trouble. And immediately Lord Vishnu appeared there. Ting, he appeared. He said, wait, hold on. So now, when you are saying, okay, no, so what happened? No, you didn't give me food and give me prashadam and it's okay. Now, if you take, how about your children in the material world? When they ask you, what are you going to answer? Then after that, she started to think. Therefore, in the next appearance, I will appear as Lord Jagannath. I'll come in the form of Lord Jagannath. And along with my brother Balaram, he comes as Baladev. And you, Mother Parvati, comes with me as Yogamaya, which is called Durga, which in the form of Subhadra. You come as my sister. And once you come there, you distribute the prasadam far and wide in the festival of Jagannath Radayatra. You know, so when you see in Jagannath Radayatra or this thing, you just distribute prasadam like this. People throw the prasadam. People say, why are they throwing the prasadam? The prasadam fall into the drain. People say, look at the laddu. Krishna Jagannath prasadam fell into the drain. They used to criticize us last time. Nowadays we just go to give, but those days we used to throw. You know, we used to throw the prasadam because when the prasadam falls into the drain, it starts to melt. All the living entities in that drain, like what do you call that pot, these firm worms, whatever it is, everything get liberated just with one morsel. So Mother Parvati came to deliver. That's why when you go to Jagannath Puri, if you get a chance to go to Jagannath Puri, you see in Jagannath Puri, you achieve perfection in Jagannath Puri by taking prasadam. Because Jagannath Puri came for that. Jagannath came for that. So what they do, they take the prasadam, they offer to Jagannath, and after that, they brought to Mother Parvati first. Mother Parvati will take the first bite of Mahaprasadam. Then it goes to Lord Shiva. After Lord Shiva, then it's served to everybody. All right? Everybody. It's such a miracle place. All right? They just use the same ingredient, same cooking method, and same amount. Even if there's 1,000 people, it can feed everybody. Even suddenly 100,000 people turn up, it also feed everybody. But the same amount only they cook. It's such a miracle. You know? And the thing, when they cook in a pot. You know, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You know, first is rice, second is this, third is this, they put like that. When they put the fire on at the bottom, you know what happened? The first pot on top will cook first. The fire, as though it's going this way, you know, it's supposed to go this way. The first pot on top will cook first, then followed by the second, followed by the third, then the last one will cook the last. It's such amazing and such a miracle. And the cook and the way of method they're cooking is been there since time immemorial. The temple is so ancient, it's more than 10, 20,000 years old temple. Of course, nowadays the British fellows say, hey, you know, it's 3,000 years, 1,000. No, it's a very ancient temple. All right? Ancient temple. Until today, they follow the same formula, they follow the same principle, and suddenly if 100,000 people turn up, they can still feed the 100,000. If only 1,000 people turn up, it always feed the 1,000 people. Even 1 million, 100 million people, whoever it is, with the whole world community goes there, everybody will eat to the heart's content, heart's full. It is not a small morsel. You can eat until you burp and faint there. That much of prasadam is offered. And until now, they don't know how, you know, but every prasadam will finish. It's not that there's a leftover. Everything will finish. Even 1,000 people come, it will finish. Even 100,000 people come, it fit, everyone is finished. So that's the thing. So we must accept prasada. The prasada that comes to you, it is because you are the selected one to honor that prasadam. We must always remember that. So honoring prasadam is very important because there's another way of purification. Your tongue and your belly is through honoring prasadam. That's why we don't say eating prasadam. Come eat prasadam. We don't eat. We honor the food. That's why when we want to take prasadam, we have to eat with so much of respect. You know, like when some like people sit and talk in just like in a coffee shop, you know, they put the food and they talk. That is truly very bad when you take prasadam. The prasadam has to be honored. We have to meditate. Every morsel of the food is to be relished. We should not rush eating the food. Right? Oh, I got other service. Go. No, that's not a food. That's not boga. That is prasadam, mercy of the Lord. And that mercy, at every morsel, every single grain, it is sanctified. It is purified. It's full of spiritual potency. Just the thin grain that stuck in Narada's finger that made Lord Shiva went into ecstasy. And Mother Parvati got angry when, because of this beautiful pastime, today we have Jagannath Puri. We have Jagannath, Lord Jagannath appeared in this world. Just one morsel, one drop of it, it is so purifying. Sometimes the food can be, oh, no salt, not enough this is taste nasty, go and throw it away. We should not do that. All right. Of course, when you throw the prasadam also, it's not wasted because some other living entity eats, because the prasadam, until it becomes stale, until it becomes this thing, it still has that full spiritual potency. Even the birds come in, if the bird also get liberated, there's no harm. But of course, in our conscience, when we have respect for someone, we don't throw the thing away. Right? And even the thing is less salt, less spice, doesn't taste good, you are honoring the food. you are not enjoying the food. So when you have that mentality of honoring the food, you will enjoy every morsel of the food. It is not the skill of a cook. It is the mercy of the Lord. We must always remember this very clearly in our heart. So next time when you go, okay, even in temple in our Iposa, I used to tell even some devotees, when we take prasadam, we should not sit. We can sit in the group, no harm, but we should honor the food. Okay, no chatting, no talking, no looking around, no enjoying, not try to make a point, prove a point, or not to rush, not to swallow the food and rush. Oh, I got another work to do. I faster eat and go. No, we shouldn't do that. Always remember, we have to honor, because we must accept the prasada as Lord's grace. Okay, so the Lord's grace we receive through the pure devotees. Wow, when we offer the food, we offer to our spiritual master, and that food is being sent to Krishna through the Guru Parampara. Right? I offer to my spiritual master offer to Prabhupada offer to Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Prabhupada, go to Gaur Krishna, like that, you go to Lord Chaitanya. All right, and from there it goes to Radharani. So once Radharani and takes the food, I say, hey, this boy, what do you call? This devotee here. Let me think of someone. Okay, Gandhi, all right? There's a devotee here, Gandhi from Malaysia, Penang, all right? She has prepared some nice prasadam for you. Dear Lord, please accept it. And Lord Krishna look at it, he just accept it. After he accept it, you know what is the second thing will happen? The Radharani also want to taste, because Mahaprasadam. And like that, it comes back down through the Guru Parampara. All right, then they take, then after that, Jagannath Das Babaji will take it, then Bhakti Vinod Thakur will take it, then Gaura Kishore Das Babaji will take it, Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati will take it, then Prabhupada will take it, then our Guru Maharaj will take it, then the food comes to us. At last, we are taking it. After going through such, Krishna taken his prasadam, Radharani's touch is Maha prasadam, and that Maha come to Maha prasadam, full of mercy. So that means those who are cooking for the Lord, always must keep this in your mind. It is not your skill. It is not this thing. We have to cook with full concentration, devotion, because you don't think you are the one eating it by offering to a statue. You must remember the food is going to Radharani and she's going to personally serve Lord Krishna. And the food is going to your spiritual master. Sometimes we lament, oh, I cannot afford, I have no time to, I'm so unfortunate, I couldn't cook and feed my spiritual master. I couldn't make his favorite food and everything. No, every day when you offer the food, it goes through them. And after that, your spiritual master eats it. After you honor it, that's when it's coming to you. So we have to meditate in that way. All right? Okay, now. So now, secondly, we should also invite pure devotees to our home. We should invite devotees to our home. Right? Whenever we see a devotee, we have to invite them. How we should invite them? If you have time, please come to my house. Not that way. Or I would like to invite to my house. Not that way. You have to insist. When the pure devotee comes to your house, it's considered entire 33 million devatas are entering your house, including all that auspicious thing in this universe. Because this pure devotee is beyond this material universe, beyond this Vaikuntha, it's beyond that, it's in Goloka. Right? So whoever have the association of this His Holiness Bhakti Vigna Vinasa, Narasimha Swami, make use of that opportunity. Such a loving devotee and the disciple of Srila Prabhupada, he's very relaxed. He can come. So when you have the chance to meet him, insist, dear Maharaj, I humbly beg you, please come to my house today. Right? No, please come, Maharaj. Please grace my house. Please bless my house. I have already prepared a program for you. Please come to my house. You just say, Maharaj, is it okay if you can come to my house today? All right? It's not that. So we have to invite them. We have to, even if you have a chance, fall at his feet, hold his feet, beg him. It's no loss, because when he comes to your house, you can never believe. All right? So anyway, so offer prasadam and be prepared to please them in all respect. So you offer them prasadam and be prepared to please them in all respect. This is called Bhungte Bhojayate Chaiva. Any questions so far on this subject? Because it's a very important, that's why I just took a time. So like that, if any devotees, senior devotees, any senior devotees, or anyone that you inspire you, that you are inspired with, pure devotees like Maharaj, okay, especially because Maharaj always comes to Malaysia very often. His Holiness Bhakti Vigna Vinasa Narasimha Maharaj. So like that. So any devotees, call them, serve them. Okay. Now, the second paragraph. Now Prabhupada is continuing. Even in ordinary social activities, the 6 types of dealing between the two loving friends are absolutely necessary. At first, you might be wondering why I'm talking about this motivation, Einstein, Edison, and all this. Let's see what Prabhupada is quoting. He said, for instance, when a businessman wishes to contact another businessman, he arranges a feast in hotel. And even over the feast, he openly expressed that what he wished to do. Sometimes when he come, after give them good food, ask for a boon, right? He then inquire from his business friend how he should act, and sometimes presents are exchanged. Thus, whenever there is a dealing of priti or love or love in intimate dealing, these 6 activities are executed. This reminds me about this Chinese culture, all right? In Chinese culture, when you go to any Chinese house, especially during that Chinese New Year time or what, you go there and offer them 2 orange. Okay, this is their culture. Because that time I was in Singapore, and I really enjoyed this thing because I was knocking door and selling vacuum cleaner. So I knocked door, I give them 2 orange. All right, when you see a Chinese, I brought to you, just in your 2 hands, just bring 2 orange, give it to them. And they'll be very happy. And after they accept the orange, you know what they will do? They will take another orange and give it back to you. You cannot say no one. So you have to accept. That is how the loving exchange happens. You know, even in our normal life, right? So whenever there is a dealing of priti, a love or intimate dealing, these 6 activities are exchanged. In the previous verse, Srila Rupa Goswami advised that one should renounce worldly association and keep company of the devotees. Sangha Tyaga Sato Vritti, right? Remember that we should only abandon all this non-devotee and keep association with devotee. The International Society for Krishna Consciousness now. So now the another reason why ISKCON is created has been established to facilitate the 6 kinds of loving exchanges between devotees. The society was started single-handedly, but because people are coming forward and dealing with the give and take policy, the society is now expanding all over the world. We are glad that people are donating very liberally. They are donating liberally to the development of the society activities. All right. And what is the society activity? Is distributing Bhagavad Gita, distributing books, doing this kind of program online, preaching, and what they call cooking and offering prasadam, like in Taipusam is coming. ISKCON Ipoh is planning to distribute something like 5,000 kitcheries, all right? 5,000 food for life. So like that, we give an opportunity for everyone to enjoy the sanctified prasadam, right? Like that, they are. And people are so eagerly accepting whatever humble contribution we are giving them in the shape of books and magazines. So when they give us some money and all this, we return them with some kind of humble gift, like books, magazine, like Back to Godhead, right? But what book and magazine? Not some mundane books that deal strictly with the subject matter of Krishna consciousness. We sometimes hold Hare Krishna festival and invite life members and friends to participate in the feasting by accepting prasadam. Although most of our members come from a very high ranks of society, they nonetheless come and take whatever little prasadam we are able to offer to them. Even they come from a very big dish, whatever prasadam we offer, they are very happily they accept. Sometimes the member and supporter inquire very confidentially about the method of performing devotional service. Sometimes they come, they ask confidentially, how can I practice devotional service? And we try to explain this. That's our job, right? So what is the reason that we are doing this class? The reason for this class is, of course, to inspire you. Or maybe you have something in your mind. So confidentially you have in your mind, but we are telling you how you can perform devotional service. And we are trying to explain this. In this way, our society is successful, spreading all over the world. And the intelligentsia of all the countries is gradually appreciating our Krishna consciousness activity. The life of Krishna conscious society is nourished by 6 types of loving exchange among the members. Therefore, people must be given a chance to associate with the devotees of ISKCON, because simply by reciprocating in these 6 mentioned above, an ordinary man can fully revive. Revive what? His dormant Krishna consciousness. Okay? An ordinary man can revive his dormant Krishna consciousness. That means dormant means what? It's there, but it's sleeping. All right? the giant, or in other words, a sleeping giant. So we wake up the sleeping giant. So we can revive that dormant Krishna consciousness that lying idle in ourself. Okay. So now in Bhagavad Gita 262 it says, Sangat Sanyayate Kamaha. One desire and ambitious develop according to the company it keeps. Right? One's desire and ambitious develop according to the company we keep. When we join the gangsters, we'll become a gangster. Even though I'm not an ordinary guy, but I join them, I'll become that. If I become a rogue and thieves, I'll become that. If I join some professional business group, I'll become a prophet. If I join the association of a devotee, I will become a devotee. It's very important. It is often said that a man who knows his company, okay, the man is known by his company. And if an ordinary man associate with devotee, he will certainly develop his dormant Krishna consciousness. The understanding of Krishna consciousness is innate in every living entity. So what does it mean? So that means the understanding of Krishna consciousness is innate. That means already there in you. In every living entity, even you see a snail, even see a cockroach, everything inside there. But of course, they don't have the ability to express it out. But in this human form of life, we could express it. So it's innate. That means it's inbuilt. Okay. It is already developed to some extent when the living entity takes a human body. Okay, some or other is built to some extent when it takes a human body. And it's mentioned in Chaitanya Charitamrita Madhya Leela, text 22, chapter 22, verse 107. Nitya Siddha Krishna Prema Shadya Kabu Naya Shravanadi Shuddha Chitte Karaya Udaya. Pure love of Krishna is eternally established in the art of living entities. Okay, please mark this word. You take your book, please underline this sentence. Nitya Siddha Krishna Prema. So pure love of Krishna is eternally established. Nitya Siddha is eternally established in what? In every living entity. All right, it's in every living entity. Okay, it is not something that we gain from other source. This is not something that you need to gain from other source, right? All right, it's not something that you can gain. It's already within you. It's already inbuilt. When the heart is purified by hearing and chanting, my dear devotees, Prabhus and mothers, please highlight this word in your heart. Please stare at the word. Meditate on the word. Write it down and paste it around your wall. If you want, you can even tattoo it on your hand. Huh? You can write it everywhere. This is something, or even you can put in your phone screensaver. The heart is purified by hearing and chanting. Okay. So hearing and chanting is the way of purifying heart. There's no other way than this. That's why we are always insisting the RDC formula. Read, distribute, and chant Hare Krishna. Right? So when we are hearing and we are chanting, that's why I keep insisting, do your 16 rounds. You will never believe. Why 16 rounds? Right? This is a quarter of that ultimate goal. The ultimate goal is 64 rounds. A quarter of 64 is 16. Okay? So this is the way that you can purify your heart. And you know what? It's worth purifying it because the heart is so dirty. Right? Despite me practicing this, trying my practice, sometimes some nonsense thoughts still coming to my mind. Sometimes I get carried away and I get agitated. All right. Okay. Because I've been like for instance, the reason Donald Trump winning that entering into the White House. You know, I just watched one video about that. End up, I watched almost 20 videos about Donald Trump, his speech, about his new this thing like Panama Canal. Or because I've been I'm involved in this kind of business. I need to be keep me updated. Right. But after going through all that, yesterday night when I slept, I even dream about Donald Trump. And imagine at this moment, if I leave the body, what will happen to me? You must be very careful. You must be very careful, right? So even sometimes the purification of the heart, because the heart has been what they call, has been polluted since time immemorial. So you have to do it on a daily basis. 16 rounds every day is vital. It is absolute necessary to gear up the purification of your heart. And that's why we are doing these classes every day, because of course that is I have my selfish motive. That is, so I want to study in a group. When you are here, I'm committed to that. All right. Of course, I'm so grateful to every one of you coming and joining. that every one of us are benefiting from this, right? So the heart is purified by hearing and chanting. The living and so then the living entity naturally awakens, right? So when the heart is purified, now let's do the whole sentence. When the heart is purified by hearing and chanting, the living entities naturally awakens. So natural Krishna consciousness that's staying dormant in our heart is awakened. Since Krishna consciousness is an inherent, yeah, it is inherent. Inherent means what? It is your birthright. Okay, in every living entity, everyone should be given a chance to hear about Krishna. Everyone must have that opportunity to hear about Krishna. Simply by hearing and chanting Shravanam Kirtanam, one's heart is directly purified. It's a direct purification. It is not indirect, right? Okay, just like sometimes when we take tablets, medicine, when you put a medicine inside, it goes into your stomach, get digest in your gastric juice, then only absorb in your body. That's when you get the benefit. But there's another thing you put under the tongue. Say like aspirin, those people have heart problem, they put under the tongue. When you put under the tongue means what? It doesn't get digested. It just straight away enter your system. So it's a direct effect. All right, just like that. So when we start to do Shravanam Kirtanam, our heart is directly purified. And once original Krishna consciousness is immediately awakened, it doesn't take time. It's on the spot awakened. That's why when we go for Harinam, when we go for chanting, people they usually don't reject us, and they join us also. All right, they will join us also. It's immediately awakened. It's the original Krishna consciousness. This is the original, all right? Krishna consciousness is not artificially imposed upon the heart. It's not an artificial way. It is already there. When one chants the holy name of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, the heart cleansed in all mundane contamination, right? All that mundane contamination, all that wrong contamination is get purified, all right? So now in the first stanza of Shikshashamrita, all right, we're going to study this. Lord Shikshastaka. Okay. So before that, shall we just take a short break? Okay, we take a short break, dear devotees.
Okay, Prabhu.
All right, now it's 10:18. We just take a 2 minutes break, just get up because the Shikshastaka is going to be very interesting. Take a break and we'll come back and meet again. Hare Krishna. All right, we continue. Yes, Mataji? Someone say something? Okay. Now let's look at this. What they call? The stanza of his, okay. What they call Sastra. Okay, it's mentioned by Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says, Cheto Darpana Marjanam Bava Mahadavakni Nirvapanam Freya Kairava Chandrika Vitaranam Vidya Vadu Jivanam Anandam Buddhi Vardanang Pratipadang Purnamrta Swadanam Sarvatma Snapanam Param Vijayate Sri Krishna Sankirtanam. Param Vijayate Sri Krishna Sankirtanam. All glories to Sri Krishna Chaitanya, Sri Krishna Sankirtana, all right, which cleanses the heart of all that. Okay, all glories to Sri Krishna Sankirtana. Sankirtana means what? Chanting and singing the glories of the Lord, all right? So it says, which cleanses the heart of all dust accumulated of years, all right? Okay. So it cleanses the heart of all the dust accumulated, all right? So that means, see, when you have a mirror, when the mirror becomes dusty, you cannot have your own clear vision. All right. Of course, one thing we have to wipe it. Sometimes if the dust is accumulated for many years, you can't even wipe it. You know, there's a stain at the back. We wipe it on top, there's a stain. It becomes even more harder. So you have to use some strong chemical or strong soap to scrub the thing out. So similarly, when we perform this Krishna Sankirtana, it's what happened, it cleanses the heart of all the dust accumulated for years, and at the same time extinguish the fire of conditioned life. Okay, our conditioned life, that means the condition means we are conditioning, right? It extinguishes the fire. Okay, of repeated birth and death. Okay, it extinguishes the fire of conditioned life of repeated birth and death. This Sankirtan movement is the prime benediction. Can you imagine? Okay. All right. Lord Chaitanya says, this Sankirtana movement or ISKCON movement, Sankirtana movement, it is the prime benediction for humanity at large. Because the devotees are always going around meeting people and encourage them not to do any kind of ritual, but simply chant and be ecstasy. Right? Be ecstatic. So that means it's a benediction. That means the chanting of the Hare Krishna Mahamantra to perform the Sankirtan, it is the benediction for humanity at large. Because it spreads the rays of the benediction moon. It is the life of all transcendental knowledge. All right. So it is the life of all transcendental. What does it mean? That means when we study all the books, Bhagavatam, Bhagavad Gita, Chaitanya Charitamrita, all these, what is that conclusion you have to come up to? The chanting of the holy name. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. It is the life of all transcendental knowledge. That's the conclusion. It increases the ocean of transcendental bliss. If you can chant every day, you start to feel a different kind of feeling. All right. It is not an ordinary transcendental bliss, but this is an ocean. All right. Imagine when you want to, what are they called? When you eat one gulab jamun, you feel very happy. If I give you 100 gulab jamun, you'll faint. You'll vomit. All right. Because our body condition, we couldn't accept it. We couldn't accept more than this. But this is ocean of transcendental bliss. It will be keep coming to you until you cannot control yourself. Of course, you won't faint. And it enables us to fully taste the nectar for which we are always anxious. All right? We fully taste the nectar. So we want to taste. That means you're chanting Hare Krishna. Okay, Krishna, when can I get prema bhakti? When can I see you? When can I feel with you? When can I dance with you? When can I see your Rasa Leela? When? The anxious, you can fully taste the nectar just by chanting the holy name of the Lord. It's a prime benediction. Not only the chant of the Maha Mantra purified. Now we must understand. Okay, we always ask you to chant not so loud. Of course, if your mind goes haywire, chant loud. My Guru Maharaj used to say, when your mind goes out of control, when your mind starts to think something else while you're chanting, you scream and chant, Hare Krishna, Krishna. Then your mind will come back. So once your mind becomes relaxed and everything, then you go back, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare. So when you chant, what will happen? Not only he get purified, but the heart of anyone who happens to hear the transcendental vibration, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, also cleansed. Okay. Even the soul embodied in lower animal. Now let's look at this. All right. All right. Even the soul embodied, that means when the soul is stuck in lower animal, insects, maybe what I'm talking, there's some ants are moving around, there's some mosquitoes are flying around, trees, and even other species of life also become purified and prepared to become fully Krishna conscious simply by hearing the transcendental vibration. All right. So you're doing a great favor. Okay. Why we are going out? Even within your body, you got how many kind of living entity? There's worms, there's bacteria, all these are living entities. So when you chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra, you along all your fellow neighbors, your fellow housemates, all right, who stays within you, all will become purified. This was explained in Thakura Haridas when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu inquired from him how living entity lower than human being can be delivered from material bondage. So Haridas Thakur said, chanting of the holy name is so powerful that even one's chants in the remotest part of the jungle, even you chant in the most deepest jungle, the trees and animals will advance in Krishna consciousness simply by hearing the vibration. This was actually proved, all right? So this was actually proved by Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu when he passed through the forest of Jarikanda. When he walking through the forest of Jarikanda, so what happened? He started to chant and he started to dance in ecstasy. He was dancing and going. At that time, the tigers, the snakes, deers, right? Yeah, someone saying something? Or even okay. So even like tigers, snakes, deers, and all other animals abandon their natural animosity. and began chanting and dancing in Sankirtan. Can you imagine? The tiger forget its tiger body, the snake forget the snake body, the deer forget the snake deer body, and all of them were dancing along with Lord Chaitanya. Can you imagine? Chanting and dancing. See, when the deer goes near the tiger, what will happen? All right? When the snake is there within that thing, in Tamil there's a saying, right? Pamba kandal padayam nadugum. When a snake comes, even the whole battalion will be shaking. Right? All the soldiers are gathered, want to fight. Suddenly one snake goes, even though they are so brave to fight, but tell me who is not afraid of snake. So all of them given up their natural thing and they start to dance. But of course, we cannot imitate. Don't try to imitate to go into the jungle and do that. Chaitanya, but we should follow his footsteps. Don't try to imitate the activity of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, but we should follow his footsteps. We are not powerful enough to enchant the lower animals like tigers, snakes, cats, dogs, and entice them to dance. But by chanting the holy name of the Lord, we can actually convert many people throughout the world to Krishna consciousness. And that's what Prabhupada did. What is the magic of Prabhupada? He didn't speak any philosophy. He didn't say anything. He just went to the Thompson Park Square and just simply started to chant. All the hippies came and everybody danced in ecstasy. And through that ecstatic feeling, they all followed him, Prabhupada, and the movement has spread all over the world through these kind of people. So you can convert. They can be from any background, but everybody can become a Krishna conscious simply by chanting. So contributing and distributing the holy name, the holy name of the Lord is sublime example of contributing, giving charity, Dadati principle. So that means like now we see that in our group, Vivan and his buddy Keshava, both of them are going. They are so enthusiastic every Sunday after the Sunday program, and along with his with their mentor, His Grace Pundri Kaksham Prabhu, all three of them will go to any house, any devotee's house. They just go there and they contribute and distribute the holy name of the Lord. They go and dance. They go and sing in ecstasy. All right. They dance and sing to the people. So that means there's distribution. Like when you distribute Bhagavad Gita, that's why I say RDC formula, read, distribute, and chant. When you distribute Bhagavad Gita, when you distribute the chanting bag, so the Bhagavad Gita will start to encourage them some or other to chant. So that means you are doing the biggest favor. All right. So this is called the sublime example of contributing or giving charity. By some token, one must follow the Pratriknati principle. That means to be willing and ready to receive the transcendental gift. All right. So when people give, you also must be able to receive it. One should inquire about Krishna consciousness movement and open his mind in understanding the situation of this material world. We all understand this material world is not a comfortable place. It's not for the place for the gentleman. Thus, the Guhyam Akyati Prachati principle can be served. The members of ISKCON, International Society for Krishna Consciousness, invite the society members and supporters to dine with them sometimes. And when they hold love feasts, all right, in their branches every Sunday. Okay, every Sunday we invite all our members, all our associates, and all our well-wishers to come to feast with us every Sunday. All right, they call Sunday Love Feast. Many interested people come to honor Prashadam. Whenever possible, they invite members of the society to their homes. First, they take Prashadam. Then after that, they invite them. Can you come to my house? Okay, and feed them sometimes with Prashadam. Now come and they feed them. In this way, both the members of the society and the general public are benefited. People should give up the company of so-called yogi, jnani, karmi, and philanthropists because their association can benefit no one. When we start to associate with yogis, okay, jnanis, or philanthropic, or the rich men, or the association is actually worthless, it's waste. If one really wants to attain the goal, if he really wants, the word really wants to attain the goal of human life, he should associate with devotees. Again, Prabhupada is stressing, hammering the point of the Krishna conscious movement because it is the only movement that teaches how to develop the love of God. When you really look at others, all the other religious city in this thing, they always try to talk about how you can become prosper in life. And some says, if you don't convert to my religion, you go to hell. And you go to hell, you stay there forever. So like that, they start to only make fear. All right? They always like to create fear. Bhaya bhakti. Bayindukittu bhakti serudhu. Bayam. Tottukkalam bayam. Right? Bhaya. So we are not, because this is the movement that teaches how one to develop love for God. Love of God means what? That means there's no awe and reverence. There's no rules and regulation, right? When a husband and wife or boyfriend and girlfriend, they love each other, what can stand in between them? Any on reverence, any rules and regulation, any protocol, nothing. Just love. So this ISKCON movement is the only movement that teaches how you can develop that love to God, that you can become part of his confidential associate. So religion is a special function of human society, Prabhupada explained, and it constitutes of distinction between human society and animal society, right? So religion is a special function, right? And what is the function? To make a difference between the animal and a human. Animal society has no church, mosque, or religious system. Animals, right? In all parts of the world, however downtrodden human society may be, there is some system of religion. That means what? Even downtrodden human society means what? In every part of the world, even if you go to the remote part of the jungle in Amazon, when you see the Aborigines, they also have some kind of religion system. They also know something that they should pray. So what they pray to something that they can see in front of them. They pray to a big tree, they pray to the mountain, they pray to the system, they pray to the river, because that's their God, because that's what is providing them. So that means there's a kind of religiosity. That means when a person trusts that something is above us, that something is there. So even Prabhupada is explaining, even tribal Aborigines in the jungle also have a system of religion. When a religious system develops and turns into love of God, first religion system develops, then it turns into love of God. It is successful. As stated in first canto Srimad Bhagavatam, canto 1, chapter 2, text 6, 1 to 6. Savai pungshang paro dharmo, yato bhaktir adok saja, ahai tukki apratihata, yayatma suprashidati. Ahai tukki is one of the very, very important verses that in Srimad Bhagavatam, where we study in detail. That's a famous thing, ahai tukki. So now, the supreme occupation dharma of all humanity by which men can attain loving devotional service to the transcendental Lord. Such devotional service must be unmotivated and uninterrupted. All right. So the devotional service must be unmotivated, uninterrupted in order to completely satisfy the self. If every day you should chant your 16 rounds, you do not interrupt it. You don't take a break. And every day when you're supposed to read your Bhagavatam, your Bhagavad Gita, or your Bhagavad Gita or this Nectar, you do not take a break, not interrupted. And this shouldn't be motivated, right? Because when the motivation is down, you may not do it. So it has to be spontaneous, all right? It has to be spontaneous. And why? Yayatma suprashida. That means in order to completely satisfy the self. If you really want to satisfy yourself, this is the way. The supreme occupation dharma has to be has to be unmotivated and uninterrupted. Okay. So if the members of the human society actually want peace of mind, okay, now Prabhupada is explaining, when the member of society actually wants peace of mind, tranquility, and friendly relationship between man and nation, right, they must follow the Krishna conscious system of religion. All right. When a person, we are all wanted peace of mind. We want tranquility. Tranquility means stability and friendly relation between men. We want that or not, right? When I want to go to the park, I want people to smile at me and I want to smile at others. When I want to go to bed, I should have just go to bed with so much of peace of mind and I can have a sound sleep. And I want to have a stability in my mind, tranquility, so I don't get agitated. If you don't have these three, your life is hell. And people are spending billions. They are spending their fortune. It's a huge industry. We're talking about peace of mind. All that, they are creating so much of comfort in all these hilly areas and all this. Why? They want to attract tourists. Who is the tourist? The one who are looking for peace of mind. They want to come there. They spend how many millions? Tourism is a huge business. In every country, they are having tourism. Incredible India, right? Tourism Malaysia, Chuti Malaysia, right? Then visit Ipoh. Now it's visit Perak. Now all these kind of things. Why they want them? They want them to come because it's a huge business. Tranquility. When the mind goes out of control, that's why you can see a lot of psychiatric clinics are starting up. I was so shocked to see a guy, a private practitioner in Cheras. Both, one is a psychiatrist, another one is a psychologist. And both of them were coming in Lamborghini Diablo. The Lamborghini car? And that car is not less than, I think the second hand itself, I think costs you around 600,000-700,000, or 500 to 700,000 second hand car. One time you vroom, your petrol finish. It's so expensive, that car. And both of them, imagine when they can come in that car, imagine how good is their business. And I was told that to talk to them, especially the psychology, to talk to them, they charge you 300 per hour. Just for them to talk to you, to give you some solution, you have to spend 300 ringgit. Imagine you work so hard and earn your fortune, and all the money you go dump to them. Right? And friendly relation. You know, nowadays the friendly relation is no more there. Everybody wants to live in a guarded property. You know, and guarded property, and not only that, and nowadays, those days I used to, like small time, all the house we usually open. We used to call every house as an open house. Nowadays, where is that open house gone? Everything locked. You know, all the things. I think in my area, only my house is all open. All the windows and all front door, back door, every door is open. All right. So people can. So that's where's that friendly relationship? It's gone. And in order to create friends, that's why they call Facebook. You know, the amount of money that Facebook make, the founder is one of the richest men in the world. You know, they want to create this kind of friendly thing. Oh, you forget your friend, now find out a friend. But the funny thing in that Facebook, oh, when they do something, you like it. You know, when they do something, you see, even in a WhatsApp, right? In WhatsApp status and everything, you know, sometimes, oh, I like it. Oh, congratulations. All these things we talk behind the scene. But when a time that comes, when you see face to face, you just ignore. I was so surprised. The person that I will always like reciprocate with me in Facebook, at one particular moment saw me outside, and he just saw me, and I saw him. I said, I remember this guy. And he saw me, yeah. But in Facebook, you're such a friend. Fake. It's not a Facebook, it's a fake book. That's why I say, get rid of all these things, because it's not going to help you. It's a huge business, right? So in order to do that, the only thing, everybody must follow the Krishna conscious movement, because in Krishna conscious movement, we always talk about fellowship. We talk about devotee association. We are not asking you to stay behind your screen and try to be like that. Okay. So now, so in order, we have to get all these things, and we can get it naturally by Krishna consciousness, by which they can develop their dormant love for Krishna, the Supreme Personality. As soon as people do so, their mind will be immediately be filled with peace and tranquility. You know, you do not need to spend 300 ringgit per hour. Okay, you do not need to go and travel to all these kind of places. You know, it's so costly, so expensive, right? Yes or not? Even you want to go out, so everything is money now. So there's no more free place of free area. All right, there's one place in Tambun Ipoh. It was very famous for the limestone hill, and they have this natural hot spring. And today, the Sunway Group have took over. They build a mall, they build a hospital, and they build all their settlement. And now you want to, if you want to go into that, that place, that water, what they call that, what is it? Hot spring, you have to pay, right? Capitalists in action again. In this regard, Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati he gave warning to all devotees engaged in broadcasting Krishna conscious movement, not to speak to impersonalist Mayavadis. All right, those who are engaged in spreading the movement, do not waste your time to talk to Mayavadi. Who are always determined to oppose this movement. The world is full of Mayavadi and atheists, and the political parties of the world take advantage of Mayavadi and other atheistic philosophy to promote materialism. Yeah, sometimes they even back a strong party to oppose Krishna consciousness. Right? They even back a strong party to oppose Krishna consciousness. Recently, that's what is happening, right? They oppose Krishna consciousness, like what happened in Bangladesh. In Bangladesh, they say that Krishna conscious is an American CIA party. Even in India, when it first started, when all the Western devotees went to India, the same thing happened. Right? They brought a deity of Sri Radha Rasa Bihari, Juhu temple. They brought the deity, and the deity was in a box. When they want to open the box, the police and everybody complained. They all came. They said, you are Western devotees, you are a CIA. You brought weapon inside. He said, what weapon? He said, deity is Radha Krishna inside. No, it's a weapon. We got it. The intelligence gave answer. Because some what they call envious people complain against them. Say, okay, all the police all came, caught on. They say, now open. You open, you say, when they open, they saw Krishna there. And they say, whoa, oh, Krishna. Yes, this is Krishna. What is that? They open, Radha. Oh, not weapon. What are you talking? We are Hare Krishna movement, like that. So like even like in South India and all this demoniac party of DMK and all these things, they somehow or other trying their best, right, to oppose Krishna conscious movement. The Mayavadi and other atheists, okay, like our DMK movement of South India is purely atheist, right? With another guy, that Periyar, another rascal. So he also, like, people are all worshipping him. Now the movement is start to spread in Malaysia now. So sad. And they're spreading their movement to all the Tamil schools. They're giving the books to them. So what we are doing, we are going and distributing the books to the Bhagavad Gita to the teachers. So let them do the comparison study. All right. So the Mayavadi and other atheists do not want Krishna conscious movement to develop because it educates people in God consciousness. They don't want such a policy of the atheists. That's a policy of atheists. There is no benefit in feeding snake milk and banana. Okay. So what you see? There's no benefit.
Not necessarily.
All right. There's no benefit to feed snake. When you see a snake, don't feed them milk and bananas because snake will never be satisfied. On contrary, the snake will never satisfy. But on contrary, by taking milk and banana, the snake simply becomes even more poisonous. Okay. When we give milk to the snake, that's why sometimes when you go to temple, when you see that they are offering milk to the snake, make sure you stay away from the snake because the poison increase even more. Right? Because taking milk and banana to the snake simply becomes poisonous. Kevalam visha vardhanam. Kevalam visha. Visha means in Tamil we call vesham. All right? Vesha vardhanam. If snake is given milk to drink, its poison simply increases. For a similar reason, we should not disclose our mind to serpent like Mayavadi or Karmi. Don't go and talk about your pain, your suffering, your struggle, or whatever things to Mayavadi or philosopher or Karmi. Even sometimes when you have a struggle in devotional service, when you have something that you're not happy with the devotee, all right, don't go and speak to Mayavadi or Karmis. Even the Karmi can be your siblings or whoever it is, all right? Because such disclosure will never help. What they're going to say, see, you are in this nonsense movement. Come out of this movement. Everybody's hypocrite. Be a normal life. They're going to spoil you. So never disclose, right? It is best to avoid association with them. Completely, if possible. Okay? And never ask them anything confidential because they cannot give you good advice. Nor should we extend invitation to Mayavadi and atheists to accept their invitation. Okay, sometimes Prabhupada says that one should all right, one should should not invite them or an atheist or should not accept their invitation. Sometimes like prayer group, they're inviting everybody. Okay, so you should not accept the invitation. Okay, because you go there, they're going to talk something very nasty about religiosity. All right. At the same time, Mayavadi will confuse you. So make sure that we should not give them invitation. We should not even accept the invitation. By such intimate intermingling, when you start to mingle with them intimately, we may become affected by their atheistic mentality. Sangat sanyate kamaha, right? So like the prayer group, the prayer group all will be wearing a black shirt, will be very black. Okay, they say it's okay to eat beef. They bring all the people, now come and eat beef biryani, like that. So we must protect ourselves. Okay, we must avoid this kind of people, nasty, crazy people. It is a negative injunction of this verse that we should refrain from giving anything or accepting anything from Mayavadi and atheists. Okay, so in this injunction that you should have read, but the negative part, don't associate with them. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu also warned. Even Lord Krishna in the form of Chaitanya also warned. Vishaira. Vishaira means, what is Visha? Visha means vesham. Snake, poison. Vishaira anna. Kaila dusta haya mana. What he says? Very strong word. By eating food prepared by a worldly people, one's mind becomes wicked. Because to make our mind to become strong, it takes so much of effort. But because you must understand, when we cook, we influence the food. Why they say? What is the hierarchy of food? Who is the best? You should take the food that cooked by your mother. That's the topmost, number one. Right? The food that cooked by mother is number one. Number two, the food that cooked by your wife. is number 2. Sorry. Number 1 is the food cooked by yourself. Number 2, the second best option, the food that cooked by your mother. Number 3, the food that cooked by your wife. Okay, all acceptable. But when you go to a restaurant, when you start to eat that food cooked by someone else, it has to be, you should be avoiding it. Because whatever condition the person cooks, that affects the food. Right? The mind of the cook affects the food. All right? It's very psychological, very scientific. Right? So unless one is very advanced, he's unable to utilize everyone's contribution in Krishna consciousness. Therefore, one principle one should not accept. So the one principle is one should not accept charity from Mayavadis or atheists. Right? So say when a Mayavadi or atheist want to give charity, you direct to the temple. Or you want to give donation, please give them. All right? But if you don't say like this, usually sometimes happen when an atheist start to give you a donation. All right? We must understand dakshana and donation are two different things. Dakshana means what? You are gratitude to the person who are teaching you, guiding you. You just give them a little token. All right? You just give them a little token. Okay, say a person gives 50 ringgit. That's a token. All right? So when a dakshana, you do not give receipt for dakshana. Example, when you give me money, I don't give you receipt for dakshana. Because if you're giving me as a gift. All right? But when you give donation, dana, to the temple, you take your receipt. So sometimes it happens. When someone come and give you dakshana, okay, I've seen devotees, they said, oh, Prabhu, okay, thank you so much for coming to my house. Now, please take 100 ringgit. Then after that, they go around and say, that fellow came, I gave him 100 ringgit, he didn't even issue me receipt. I think they're cheating you, they are cheaters. You have to be very careful. All right? So you must be So when you see this kind of atheists and all these people who do not know culture, whenever they going to give you some kind of receipt, please direct to the temple. Make it into dana. Okay, give the donation to the temple. All right? But when a confidential devotee who are giving you money, that means what is this money for? Or this is for you, Prabhu, for your take care, for your well-being, or maybe to maintain or certain things. Okay, fair enough. So that is dakshana. So that's why sometimes that's why scientifically it says, do not accept charity from them, because it's going to backfire you terribly. Indeed, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu also has forbidden devotee to associate even with an ordinary man who are too addicted to, right? Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is even, what they call, forbidden, even to associate ordinary men who are too addicted to material sense gratification. So you must understand, to get along and associate means what? Is a close association, a fellowship. We do not want to associate with this kind of worldly-minded men, all right? Because when you join them, they only talk about, look at the nearest car, or what is the latest model, what is the biggest car, or what is it? They're so materially motivated, all right? When you closely associate. But of course, you just have an official association, all right? Sometimes when you come, maybe your own family members' relations, right? You see them, hi, how are you? Are you okay? Fine, okay. All right, before they could say something, just put your hand into your feedback and just chant Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. They just walk away. All right? Or you try to control the conversation. How are you? By the grace of Krishna, I'm perfectly well. I'm very happy. Okay. They will go away. Don't say, how are you? Okay lah. Why okay? Are you okay? Struggling lah, financials. Okay lah. Anyway, okay lah. That's why. Not good looking for a job. Sit here and give class every day. Talk nonsense. Talk about Krishna. What do you expect? Come lah. I got a job lah. Come. You join me. See what happened. So always must keep your enthusiasm. That's a utsaha, very important. Enthusiasm. All right. In that enthusiasm, well, what do we need? What do you say? How are you doing? Fantastic, man. Fantastic. I'm good. I'm very good. How about you? You're very good. Okay. Cut them off in that way. All right. So now, in conclusion, okay, this is the last paragraph, that we should always keep company with the devotees. Very, very, very important. Okay. We should always keep the company with devotees. Observe the regulative devotional principle. All right. Observe. What is the regulative? The 4 principles. All right. The no meat eating, no intercourse. But if you can't do it, it's also okay. Meditate on it, as I said. Meditate on it. Look at the advantage of you practicing it. Okay. Advantage. I have seen when people become, when they start to chant Hare Krishna and everything, first thing they give up eating meat. Because they start to realize eating meat means eating dead body, eating carcass, the animal that died, and I'm eating it. And how I eating it? So you can't even eat it raw like tiger because our intestines is very longer than the carnivore. So our stomach don't get digest. Therefore, we need to cook it. We need to deep fry it. We need to grill it. We need to cook the meat with all the masala and all these herbs and everything. Why we need to do that? When we put all the spices and everything, it somehow or other get rid this thing, and it also help your stomach to digest the food better. So we can't even eat raw anymore, right? Then after that, when you see, sometimes when you see after the chicken get killed or what, after you clean the chicken, mutton or whatever, you smell the hand. The same smell like a dead body. All right. That's when I stopped giving up. That's the thing happened. Once one of my grand uncle passed away. So my relation. So they were bathing the body, and I got dead body phobia. I say, I cannot come. They say, no, just hold the head for a while. Just hold the head. I said, no. At that time I was Form 3. I was 15 years old. I said, no, touch that. No, just carry the body a bit because we are washing, the thing is going back. Just carry just for a second and carry and just put something at the down. I was so reluctantly holding that I put something took a brick and put it there. So put the head to lie on the brick. When I just put there, and I was like so traumatized when I started to smell. Oh my God, this is the same smell that I smell after eating chicken. And that's when I stopped it. But before that, I was meditating on it. I have to give up vegetarian. I have to become vegetarian. I couldn't. Suddenly, one this thing. So when you really look at it, the meat and all these things, including a human dead body, everything is same, right? But it's our mind that tricked us. So okay now at first I become a vegetarian. Then what is next step? Okay. Then you chant. Suddenly you say, hey, Prabhu, I don't feel like taking coffee and tea anymore. All right, okay. Then you chant. Then suddenly you start to look at any beautiful girls also. You cannot be as pretty as my Radharani. Oh, you cannot be as pretty as my Saki and Gopis. If you see one handsome guy, you can never be as good looking as my Lord Sri Krishna. Your mind start thinking. You're still looking at them. Your perception is changing. Right? Then after that, gambling, Krishna will provide. If I go and take KTM, Kuda, Toto, Magnum, what is that? If I strike also, what am I going to do? I don't have any this kind of habit. I don't have anything. Okay. So somehow or other you become sober. But how to do it? Carry on with your sadhana of chanting Hare Krishna and set your mind, set your goals, write it everywhere. I'm so happy. See, I wrote here. I wrote on my thing on this thing. I say it took me 8.4 million lifetime to do what I am doing now. Again, it took me 8.4 million lifetime to do what I'm doing now. And after that, I put that, therefore, I chant 64 rounds of japa daily. I could just do 16 and roughly 20, 24, that's it. I couldn't chant more. But I've set my goals that I want to chant 64 rounds. Every day I'm reading it. I want to chant 64 rounds. How I'm going to do it, I don't know. But I've set my goals. Then secondly, I said, follow the 4 regulative principles strictly. Even if you cannot follow, just write it down. And read it every day. First thing when you wake up, last thing when you go to bed, read it, everything, go to sleep. Then after that, I used to say, study and master Sastra religiously. So study and master, study and all the things. So maybe that is what that encouraged me. Suddenly, I'm inspired to do this, Sastra marathon. Who knows? Because subconsciously, when everything starts working. So set it in your mind. And how it's going to happen, leave it to Krishna. And follow in the footsteps of Acharya in full obedience and carry out the order of spiritual master. In this way, we shall be able to develop our devotional service and dormant Krishna consciousness. The devotee who is neither a neophyte, all right? Okay. A devotee who is neither a neophyte or Mahabhagavat. Neophyte means a beginner. Mahabhagavat means advanced, a greatly advanced devotee. But within the middle status of devotional service, is expected to love Supreme Personality of God. Make friends with devotees. Show favor to the ignorant and reject the jealous and demoniac. Can you see the word? All right. So what Prabhupada is saying here? Okay. Please underline this in your book. Underline this. Make friends with devotees. Show favor to the ignorant. When the people are ignorant, ignorant means they don't know what is happening. When you say they want to listen, ignorant. show them favor, and reject the jealous and demoniac. So these are the atheist and the Mayavadis you are talking about. The jealous people and the demonic people, not worth associating with, right? Even in our normal life also. We have some family members who are jealous and demoniac type. We always try to avoid them. Even when you go to wedding or whatever it is, we just nod our head and just walk off. Right? We don't say, hey, how are you? Are you okay or not? We don't do that. We show you, Ada, you angry. So we avoid. So do that. Make friends with the devotees, show favor to the ignorant, and reject the jealous and the demonic people. In this verse, there's a brief mention of the process of making loving relationship with the Supreme Personality Godhead and making friends with the devotees. Right? In this verse. Okay, it's briefly explained how you can make loving relationship with the transaction with the Supreme Lord and making friends with the devotee. According to the Dadati principle, an advanced devotee is supposed to spend at least 50% of his income to the service of the Lord and his devotee. All right? Who? An advanced devotee. When a devotee becomes very advanced, when they become this thing, so it's supposed to be, there's a standard that he's supposed to spend 50% of his income on the service of the Lord and also his devotee. That's charity, right? So what you can do with the money, you can sacrifice the money for producing books. Now we want to produce Chinese books, print them, buying vegetables like that. So we spend 50%. Of course, now you don't think, you 50%, how la? Don't worry, advanced devotee. Okay? Because when you don't have any bad habits, you have no money to spend. Think about it. Just imagine if you don't have any bad habit, you have no, you don't spend, you see in your wallet, the money will be still there. Looks like the money is not drying up. Hey, how come the money is not going off? Because you don't have any bad habits. So what do you do? So when you really look at all the habits that you have, all right, the eggs, the chicken, and all the nonsense things that you buy and eat and everything, all the smoking, drinking, what they call intoxication, all this, you just count and see. It is more than 50% of your salary. So what do you do if you can save them? Give it to Krishna and engage for the service. All right. So of the service of the Lord and his devotees. Srila Rupa Goswami has set such an example in his life. When he decided to retire, okay, what happened when he retired, all right, not when he is earning, he distributed 50% of his life earning to Krishna service. 25% of his relatives he gave to his relations, okay, his brothers, siblings, and all this, and kept 25% for his personal emergency. This example should be followed by all devotees. Whatever one's income, 50% should be spent on behalf of Krishna and his devotees. And this will fulfill the demands of Radhati. In the next verse, Srila Rupa Goswami going to explain for us what kind of Vaishnava should be selected as friend and how Vaishnava should be served. That's going to be the next. So with that, exactly on 11, thank you so much for your time. And okay. So with this, we have discussed verse 4. So okay, so we end session. Okay, we open for questions. Yes, Vivan, you have raised your hand.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu, and Pranam.
Hare Krishna.
Prabhu, the last sentence that when Rupa Goswami decided to retire, then only he distributed 50% of his earnings. So it's meant to be understand that when we tend to retire, only we distribute like that. But during the earning, we don't need to do as such. That's the understanding I should accept, is it, Prabhu?
No. See, first of all, Rupa Goswami was a government servant with his Nawab Shah. And when he retired with big sum. He had so much of money. So after he retired to become a full-time devotee. All right, he gave up his job. He retired to serve full-time. So that time what he did, he gave away 50% of the life earning to Krishna service in developing all this Krishna conscious and all this in that locality. 25% he gave it to his relations who are suffering, struggling. And of course, that he kept 25% for his emergency. But after that, look at the second sentence Prabhupada said here. Can you see? Vivan?
Can Prabhu.
What he says, this example should be followed by all devotees. Whatever one's income. So Prabhupada is not mentioning your retired income. He says, whatever one's income, 50% should be spent on behalf of Krishna and his devotees. You got it? So it is not that when you retire, only you do it. So while you are actively earning, you also can do it. Vivan?
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Okay, Prabhu. this Dadati principle need to be followed in order to we all of us perform akarma, is it? This is the principle, is
Dadati
it?
is your loving relationship with Krishna. I mean, with the devotees.
Okay.
Exchanging gift, exchanging this, giving charity to the devotee. Say like, I give you some charity, you give me back some charity. That's the exchange, Dadati. So what when we say that you spend 50% of your income for Krishna service, that means you're giving to the temple to serve the devotees and some more give to the devotee. That means you must understand whatever income that you have, 50% you have to put it aside for the service of devotee and Krishna. All right. So now the question is that 50% from gross salary or net salary? Yeah, Vivan, you got very ready, is it? Oh, you 50% of my salary gone, how to do, how to survive? Yes or not?
No, not worried. Just asking only.
From your sound itself, I know already. Not worried. See, 50% income from your net. After you spend all your money, after you keep enough for your family, whatever amount you have, you give. But Dadati principle, that's a standard principle. All right. But Krishna says you should, but we will act according to our capacity. Okay. Say like, for instance, if you earn in advance, in abundance, when you earn so much in abundance, okay, say monthly you're earning around 20,000-30,000. Your family need is maybe 5,000. You have excess of 25,000 or 20,000. Okay, which is so that you can give that money. But say if you're earning around 5,000, your family commitment goes to 4,000, and that 1,000 it is for, because you have small child, you have wife to maintain for emergency and a lot of things. So you just give accordingly, at least 10% of that, maybe 100 ringgit, 50 ringgit, doesn't matter. But the Dadati principle has to follow. All right. We cannot be a miser, take all the money, keep it ourselves. All the money I keep it. No, you have to have some sacrifice. But of course, we are talking about advanced level. So we set our goals. If one day, if everything is okay with me, I would like to give 50% of my salary for this kind of Dadati principle, for the sake of devotee and also the movement. But now, you just simply set your goals. Right? Say like Vivan's thought is monetary. But maybe for some other devotees, thought can be giving up, what they call, KTM, gambling. Or maybe some devotees' concern here is to become, what they call, to become vegetarian. Maybe some devotees' concern is, how am I supposed to cook and offer to Krishna? It can be many concerns. So we've given a brief statement. Set your goals and see what you can achieve first. All right? Because you must understand, Krishna consciousness is not artificial imposition of the mind. It is practical. It's scientific. Okay, Prabhu?
Okay, Prabhu. Okay, Prabhu. Thanks, Prabhu.
Regina Mataji?
Prabhu, just now you were speaking about the serpent and the bananas. Huh? What is that, Prabhu? I don't understand. Why we shouldn't feed bananas and milk to serpents?
Okay.
Isn't it service for all, for everyone like that?
Correct. But if you feed banana and banana and to this, what they call, to
Milk.
to snake, you're going to increase the poison. Serpent means snake. You're going to increase the poison.
Okay. So even if they don't bite us, they might bite others, isn't it? We are making them more harmful.
Then, do you think it's dangerous or not? If the snake becomes even more poisonous.
Sometimes family members are like, serpents, Prabhu. Then we don't know what to do.
Oh, you mean that? Okay. Now I
see. Helpless. Are we supposed to serve bananas and milk or not?
No, okay. Let me put into this. All right. It was an analogy. What is giving? You give snake milk and serpent, you're going to increase the disease. So what do you mean by giving them? That means you're serving milk and banana. That means you are serving. That means you are reciprocating. That means you are in that mood of service, right?
Okay.
So what you don't, when you see the snake, don't feed them and everything. So what the analogy here says, we do not have a close association. As the example, as I said, like for instance, sometimes when you see family members who are very envious, jealous, demoniac by nature, you just acknowledge them just by nodding your head. Hi, how are you? All right. You do not need to associate with them. So when they ask you, how are you, Regina? I'm fantastic. I'm fantastic. I'm really good. Thank you for asking. By the grace of Krishna, I'm really good. Thank you. When you just going to cut them off like that, they will never ask you further question and they don't even want to associate with you. You got it?
I got it, Prabhu. So now we're talking about this association. I've got another question. You see, in the Gita, it says that we have to be polite and friendly to everyone. Then after that, it contradicts that we are not supposed to associate.
Okay.
So polite and friendly and associate, where do we draw the line as
Right.
normal human
Polite and
beings?
friendly means when I say my neighbor, hi, how are you? Okay, are you okay? Friendly. That's it.
Okay.
Association means I go and sit in his house, sit on his couch and talk with him.
Oh,
All right.
okay.
Association means being associate, joining, joint venture. I mean, listen. So see, like I got a neighbor here.
Okay.
Right. Whenever he come see me in the morning, I say hi, good morning, and he say good morning. And I got some banana from my plant. I got banana for you, and I take it. And he says, hey, I got some coconut for you, take it. That's all. Friendly and what is just now another word he said?
Polite and friendly.
Polite and friendly. Polite and friendly. But associate means, right? I said, hey bro, boss, hey bro, you free or not? Yeah, come, we go out for a drink. Or can I just come and sit with you? That's association. That's what we do want. We have to be polite and friendly with everybody. When we see everyone, when you see even in our normal, when we travel, sometimes when you go, somebody wants to enter the car, you just like, just show the hand. Friendly and polite is different. Association is different.
Okay.
Like for instance, you're very friendly and polite. I mean, you are very friendly to your students, yes or not?
Yes.
And you are very polite to your teachers, your fellow teachers, yes or not?
Yes.
But do you call all of them come to your house or do you go to their house?
No, Prabhu. They always say I fall sick because I'm a vegetarian.
See, what will happen? Oh, you're a vegetarian. That's no wonder you're so skinny. That's no wonder you're very sickly. You understand?
Yeah.
But I'm a vegetarian for what? How many years? Still okay? I'm not showing off. I'm just saying only. Right? People say, paruppu sambar, dal and rice. Dal and this thing, dal and this, you paruppu sambar full, but I seem to be more peaceful and more clear in thoughts compared to all my cousins.
Yeah.
Yeah. Don't worry about that.
Okay.
So I know where you're asking. Just not friendly and polite, but don't associate.
Okay.
When they're going to sit, when they're going to talk something, when they're going to give you further comment, oh, you're sickly because you're not you're a vegetarian. Thank you for your concern. I really appreciate it. And just walk off. Try using this word. I really appreciate your concern. Thank you. They got no other further comments to give on you.
Okay.
When I took my youngest girl for Sankirtan, when I took my eldest girl for Sankirtan, she was only 2 or 3 years old. She was only 2 or 3 years old. I took her on Sankirtan. Go to the street and start singing, And she was leading and she was raising the hand. She was dancing, just 2-year-old child, a 2 or 3 years old child. She was dancing, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. I put an eye on her because I don't want her to run to the road. And we were walking from one taman to next taman. We are walking to every row of houses. And you know what happened? Some of my mother's friends saw and called my mother. I said, your son is crazy. It's abuse. It's a child abuse. Taking a child taking a small child, 3-year-old child to walk on the street and dance on the street, and someone is a hot sun in the evening sun, of course. Your son is very abusive and this and that. Then after I came back home, my mother said, something? I said, what? Anybody complain? No, why? I saw one of your friends saw me and she stared at me. What happened? I said, thank you for your concern. That's it. But I stick to my principle. So you have to be very firm, Mataji. You have to be very firm in your decision because you are in the highest path and they are in a very mundane path. So feel very sorry for them and stick to your steadiness.
Thank you.
Okay, Mataji. Hare Krishna. And I really appreciate you. You travel all the way from Kampa to Ipoh and you've traveled all the way from Kampa to Taiping to attend all the programs. It's not a joke. People around Ipoh, less than 5 kilometers or so, they are trying to come to temple. But your commitment along with your husband and your daughter, your daughters is amazing. Like your daughter that day, she was, I saw her in the temple. She basically looked like a zombie,
She didn't sleep, Prabhu, on call for two nights, I think.
No, she came on, I think 2 or 3, no, before I get my chicken pox. I think a month ago, I saw her in the temple.
Yeah.
She was basically, I said, hey, are you okay or not? I said, oh, okay. And it came with that boy. And she was like, basically, she's like going to like fall off for some prashadam. I say, come, take prashadam first, then we talk others. Rajina's Mataji's daughter, she's a doctor in orthopedic department. And I really appreciate a commitment just because you are committed. When the mother is committed, because the mother is the source of all upbringing. As a mother, you have done a fantastic job. I really appreciate that. All right. Thank you so much, Mataji. Yes, Vivan. Sorry. Vivan?
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Prabhu, just now just to add on Rajina Mataji discussion just now. So with the non-devotees, we can exchange the food, like Prabhu, when sharing the coconut and the banana, you say that just sharing.
When they give you a fruit which is not cut, you can accept.
Okay.
Say like for instance, say like okay, say like I'm meeting someone, I give them prashadam. Okay, like in my neighborhood area, they know I give, but I don't take because they all know I'm a vegetarian. So what they do, when it comes Deepavali, they give us fruit, they give us orange, they give us rambutan and all these kind of things. That we accept. So what we do, we accept the thing, we cut the thing and offer to Krishna. Of course, they also get the benefit for that.
Okay,
but we don't accept cooked food.
Okay, Prabhu, understand.
Because they see us also, they know already. When we cook, you don't eat, right? I say, no, we don't. Why? No, because we are a pure vegetarian. We don't even take onion and garlic, Oh, but okay. But if you have something very special, pot that dedicate only for cooking for God, then we consider. So sometimes, but when we see that, when they're going to do that to please you, that means they are sincere. They are not envious. Like I got a neighbor, he said, they make from me pongal, the sweet rice and that kacang kuda, So they make the sunya, what do you call it? Chalna and this sweet rice. And they say, today is a day that, I tried to offer to Krishna, I say, oh, like Protasi month of Protasi, right? So they asked, then I told them, so how did you offer? No, I got a separate pot and I took it only for month of Protasi. I cooked so nicely, I offered to Lord Venkatachalapati. I say, okay, good. Then that's why I thought you are a devotee. I just bring some for you. I say, thank you so much. But how did you offer? I just put them pray. Now what you need to do? You just need to put one tulasi and pray. And you know what happened? Now that person has already become a devotee. She's already, every Protasi month is a 30 days. She cooked very clean, nicely. She put tulasi and offer to Krishna. So whenever she talked to me, she greet me with Hare Krishna and she called me Prabhu. Like that means she's into a devotee, but of course she's not full-fledged. After Protasi, she goes back to non-vegetarian. It's okay. But at least for the 30 days, she's doing devotional service. So when she offer me that, I'll take it. I will take that because she is doing out of love, even though she's still immature, in other words, spiritually immature. But just to encourage her, I will accept it. And I'll just take, and after accept, she look at me. She said, you won't throw it away, right? I will eat in front of you, Mataji, come. I just eat. Just to please her. Why not? No harm done. But we are talking about avoiding people who are jealous and demoniac. Because I know what Rajina Mataji is going through. So some relatives especially, strong character relationship. Oh my God. If you're stuck in between of them, your life will be a living hell. So just avoid them. When I became a devotee, my whole family became like, because I joined when I was very young, 15 years old, when I became a devotee in 93, everybody thought that I got brainwashed. Everybody thought they did some magic on me, because such a young boy went into religious practice. I suppose if I were courting girls, or if I come back at home and tell my father I got a girlfriend, that is fine. But I become a devotee, not fine. So it's like that. So we have to be very careful. But we have to offer prasadam to others. All right? We have to offer prasadam to others, because that shows that you are very merciful. All right? You are cooking something, you use your money, you buy rice, you buy dal, you cook nicely with full meditation, you offer to Krishna, and after you take the food, then you start to pack. Then after that, what do you meditate? Oh dear Krishna, this prasadam is going to go to the people who are in conditioned life. All right? Despite I am still in this conditioned life, but at least I found a little truth about you. Therefore, I would like to share with them, but I don't have that capacity to go and talk to them about all this. Therefore, I would just like to make your remnants, and I like to give it to them. Kindly, Krishna, whoever eats it, please purify the consciousness, please purify the mind, and I hope that they will become your devotee sooner or later. With that meditation. So when you want to offer the food prasadam, it is not simply like, I'm totally against that. Like even devotees sometimes do that. Totally against that. The food has to be given in utmost respect. When you take the thing, you put it nicely, rice, you put it dal. Like sometimes you see, put the rice, put the dal, and they take the halwa and put on the curry. Put on the dal. How is that possible? And in fact, sometimes once I asked a devotee, I said, are you feeding a devotee? Are you feeding a prisoner? I said, what? Can you imagine you put a rice, you put a dal, and you take the halwa and put it. No, I have no place. I don't know where to put on your plate. I said, you should have asked me whether I want it or not, first of all. So we must be very careful, Prabhu, even. Because even in case when you're going out and doing this Sankirtan, in the future, you're going to do this. You have to be very careful serving food. You have to serve with so much of respect, even to the karmi. Right? It's not that you put and give in your left hand. You prepare all the food with both hands. Please accept. Your gesture will somehow or other melt their heart. In that melted heart, when they eat the prasadam, they will be floating in ecstasy. Right?
Okay, bro.
Because that's what we used to experience when we were young time. When I was young, 15, 16, we used to see the way they serve the food. I remember first time I did Food for Life was in Tanjaramatan Hospital. Right? A group of us all went to Tanjaramatan. We want to give prasadam to that stable patient, not the chronic patient, but the stable patient. So what happened? We start to sing Hare Krishna, they got excited already. And they told, jangan nyanyi, don't sing. Don't sing. They get excited, because they are mentally disturbed. So don't sing. All right. So we stopped singing. And there I saw the devotees, like Jas, the Jas Prabhu. I saw the way they serve the food. Wow. One person was preparing everything. They take both hands. Makan. Both hands. Even to the psychiatric devotees. Hey, devotees, psychiatric patient. Because we must always remember, we are not giving food. We are giving mercy. And Krishna have selected you to give that mercy. Right? When you are a messenger of a king, the king will write something and give you. You go to the next kingdom, you don't take the thing and just take and read. You don't do that. You take it, you tell the king, my dear king, my king sent me because he got some message to deliver to you. If you don't mind, can I deliver it to you? He said, please proceed. Then he take out the scroll and he open it so nicely and he says, my dear king, I want to make a friendship with you. I want your daughter to marry my son or something like that, whatever things in the scroll. Respectfully. We must have respect. Being respectful is the basic humanity. But the problem nowadays, we've forgotten. Even the children are forget to respect the elders. We have to be very respectful and very polite and very friendly to the human people outside, because we have to prove ourselves well, you are a devotee, you are very respectful, very distinct, right? But we do not associate. We don't join them. We don't sit with them. We don't talk to them. We don't have coffee or tea with them. We don't eat their food. You don't like have a party with them. In other words, party. You don't have a party with them. Sometimes in my Taman also, they have this kind of gathering, family, friends, the Taman, all the resident gathering. I just prepare something, Prashadam. I just go there and put it on tea. I said, hey, apa you bawa? Saya bawa curry puff. Oh, curry puff, huh? Then I tell them, don't worry, whether it's haram or halal, because I'm pure vegetarian. So yeah, but some people say, I don't want to eat. But some people take, hey, different like your taste. Yeah, no onion, no garlic. Oh, really? Oh, why no onion and no garlic? I mean, some Indian people come, hey, what is it? What do you mean? Why you don't take onion, garlic? Why vegetarian? Create an opportunity to preach. Because they are friendly to be. So I am in control. It's not I allow them to control me. Why vegetarian? Why can I eat chicken? You don't have protein in your body. How? I don't allow them to control. You are. But when all these things, when you are very convinced in your devotion. Okay. Thank you so much. Today is such a wonderful discussion. It's already 11:25. If you allow me, I can even go on talking until tonight. I'm so excited. So of course we have the time factor. We even have to go to work. Yes, someone got work to do. And even in this moment, you take your time off to come and listen to the talk. I really appreciate you. All right. So I hope there's no question. Is there any questions? All right. Charan Lakshmi Mataji, I see you unmuted. You want to say something?
Yes, Prabhu. During Radha Ashtami, Prabhu, so non-devotees also taking sweets and offering to bring to Krishna can accept, Prabhu.
You just accept just as a protocol.
Okay.
Whenever we have this function in the temple, right, like Janmashtami, Radha Ashtami and all this, they bring the siru, right? They bring the gift.
Yes.
Okay, it's a kind of, they put in a tray, they put all the things, they come and give it.
Yes.
We just accept as a protocol because we want to encourage their devotion.
Okay.
All right, even though they're doing it wrongly, because just like a child, even sometimes the child, suddenly when he sees a sweet that fall on the the child is coming, Papa, now take this kuchi mutai, give the lollipop, but suddenly the lollipop fall. Then after that, the child take it and give it to you. We accept nicely. Thank you, son. And the flow go, we throw it away. But of course, there what we do, we just accept it. Thank you so much for your devotion. Thank you for bringing gift for Radharani, Srimati Radharani. Thank you bringing for our baby Krishna that's going to be born, that we're going to celebrate his birthday. Thank you so much. Thank you. Just bring the thing and just put it there. No harm done.
Okay.
Just put it there. Just put a seal there. You don't need to take the thing, bring into the altar, put a tulsi, ding, 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 ding. Oh, Mahavadanyaya, all that no need. We just accept it. We just put it there. And we just, and they'll be very pleased. All right. They'll be very pleased. When they offer sari, you can give the sari. You can use the sari to dress up the deity. When they bring bangles, all you can do thing. Right? Then after that, what you do when you're going to give back the sari, what happened? You just use the thing. Say like for instance, you take in the sari. Maybe the bangle, you just keep some bangle and some whatever thing they give it to you, put there, and also add one Mahaprashadam and give it back. Because when you take a tray as a gift, you cannot give them back the tray, empty tray. You have to put back something, accepting and giving. All right. Okay. And just tell them this is all prashadam for you.
Okay.
And they will honor it. I'm telling you, they go back home, they say, oh, this is a siru that I give for, this is the gift I give for Radharani. And now they give back. Hey, come. Even though it is cooked by someone and they bought from the shop and bring it there, but the consciousness is there. But please do add Mahaprashadam in that. Right? And that enthusiasm that some accept, Krishna will definitely reciprocate. Because Krishna is waiting with the hook. He's just waiting. Who's going to take my bait? Even innocently, they've taken the bait. Krishna will pull them back. Krishna will take them back. Krishna will engage them back into the service. Not even this life, even next life. But definitely, they are under the list. So our job is to bring as many people in the list of Krishna, in the Daivi Prakriti, in the divine nature of the Lord. That's our job. But what is going to happen is all depends. It's a mystery. It's how Krishna is going to deal with it. It's totally mysterious. It's not in our hand. So accept it, Mataji. Don't reject them. Don't speak philosophy there. Did you bathe or not? Did you brush your teeth or not? Where did you buy these? Is it you buy from this flour or that flour? When the flour will make the laddu, did he take bath or not? All that no need. When the gift come to you, accept it with love and respect and put it in front just to satisfy them And when you're going to return back, just put some gift there and put some, what they call, some Mahaprasad and give them back respectfully. And that this gesture will inspire them to come forward for the next program, right? Okay, now we are doing this, and next we're going to have Radhastami. Then after that, Krishna Janmastami. Then we tell them next will be Radhastami. Then next will be okay. Krishna, after they're happy, can you come again tomorrow? Then he asks, why? What's tomorrow? Tomorrow is Prabhupada's appearance day. You know, the founder Acharya, the guru that's sitting there. Yeah, his birthday tomorrow. Will you like to come? Today, of course, we are eating midnight. Of course, we don't take. But tomorrow we're going to cook a feast. Oh, can I come? Okay, tomorrow, if you're free, come. You say, and they'll appear. Then after that, you say, there's another festival. See, Krishna is born. After that, Radharani will born, his girlfriend. Right? We're going to celebrate Radhastami. Would you like to come? Maybe you can bring the same type of cereal. Ah, okay. But you tell them, but for Radharani, don't bring this kind of laddu and all day, but just bring some fruits, mango, all these kind of fruits. Because when you offer to Radharani take it and offer to Krishna, she loves that. You know? Then they come again. Then after that, if you're free on Sunday, why not just come and join us every Sunday? Don't cook at home. Why are you cooking at home? Come and have feast with us. Let's have party. What do? We sing, we dance. All right. We sit and study some pastimes about Krishna. Then after that, we eat to the neck. Really? Yes. Varieties of food. Can I come and help you to cook? You can come and help to cut vegetables. Because the cooking, the priest will cook to offer to Krishna. But if you want, you can come and cut the vegetable. Would you like to? Oh, okay. Like that, so many devotees have been created. Just by giving cereal and respectfully you treat them, because every human being got a hidden talisman, hidden what they call, you know, there's a cut, you know, when the person catch in the prison, they put the name there, Padita Tarna, take my photo, like that, right? Everybody got a hidden what is the word? Bot. Everybody got a hidden bot on his chest. You know what? I want to be respected. They are not showing it. That's hidden. So as long as we respect everybody with loving, anyone comes to the temple, we should think that these are the potential devotees. And what devotee? Pure devotee. Because once they start, eventually they'll become pure devotee. Before you go back to Godhead, your requirement is to become pure devotee. And that's what we're going to discuss in 8, 9, 10 in this Nectar of Instruction. So bring them respectfully. Even devotee, don't ignore anybody, even though you are very busy. When you walk by, when you see someone, hey, Vanga, how are you? Who are you? Where you came from? Respect. Sometimes the devotee come, people ignore. And they just come, they just like going to normal temple, I just go there. Oh, see. Okay, do some archana, go back. So we must always remember that. You asked a good question, Charan Lakshmi Mataji.
Thank you, bro.
All right, so it's 11:30. So I don't want to take more time. Thank you so much. My gratitude, my heartfelt gratitude to each and every one of you for being very enthusiastic to come forward to learn this. So today we have already done verse 4. So tomorrow verse 5 is what we're going to say, how to identify devotee. Okay. Now we have said we have a loving relation, but devotee also got varieties. How to teach them? Okay. I mean, what they call? Kanishta Adhikari, Madhyama Adhikari, and Uttama Adhikari. So when we see this kind of varieties of devotees, how we should reciprocate with them. But one thing I would like to remind you, when we're going to study verse 5, do not compare. Do not see, hey, oh, that place like that. Oh, I remember this place like this. Please, that's very offensive. We are reading this Nectar of Instruction because we are taking the instruction from Rupa Goswami for our own benefit and our own nourishment and our own integrity. We want to grow. We want to grow for our own learning, not to identify other people, because we are imperfect senses. We can never identify anybody. We cannot say, oh, this one, oh, this scholar devotee, I remember that fella. Don't. Look at yourself. Where am I standing? And where am I going to improve? All right. So with that, have a beautiful Monday. Vanchakalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhubhyevacha paditanam pavinibhyo vaishnavebhayo namo namah. Hare Krishna. Have a nice day. Gauranga.